Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that...
Wait for the bus. Shaman, you know it. I'm ready to go home and do the work. Wait on it. Say hi.
We're coming this world with two things, our dignity and our integrity. And we got the job done. So out there is this so-called competition. But we had income tax and more. There is no competition.
We will handle all your needs for fast cash tax refunds and pending lawsuits. Call us at 888-233-9965.
Or come in and see me and my two friends.
Tiger Lily wrote it. No, it's the 12th.
You're reading what she wrote.
No, look, it's Miami's birthday. Happy birthday! Yeah, I mean, 5 fucking years. I don't, it's weird. Like years don't, they just fly. I don't get numbers anymore. So, but I knew it was 5 or 6. So,
When did you stop getting numbers, you think?
August. Thank you, Bobby Brand.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh. Come on, fishy, come on. Fishy, come on. Fishy, come on. Fishy. Just take the fucking bait. Come on.
Cellar Door Concert presents Van Halen. Van Halen in concert at the Hollywood Sportatorium tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Van Halen with high energy rock and roll. Tickets are $9 reserved plus a service fee. It includes parking. No cameras or recording devices are allowed in the Sportatorium. Come on out and rock to the sounds of Van Halen in concert with special guests, Cats, at the Hollywood Sportatorium tomorrow night at 8 p.m. All right, what are you talking about? It'll be night to remember. And on August 22nd, see the Kings in concert with Louisiana LaRue at the Sunrise Musical Theater. A Cellar Doors concert presentation.
Are these your drugs?
Look, Dad, it's not.
Where did you get it?
Dad,
Answer me. Who taught you how to do this stuff?
You, all right? I learned it by watching you.
Parents who use drugs have children who use drugs.
Fracture, and that's kind of what it, like, that's the pain that I've
no x-ray taken, right? So he doesn't even know that he has a fracture.
been feeling is that.
Oh, hold on. We have a nurse in the chat. As a nurse, this is absolutely unacceptable. Yeah. Yeah. Sir, take your giant.
Can you limp out of here with your equipment, please? We have other people dying.
Shout out to the whole Levy-verse crew, BF Live, Replayables, Jiner, and Jiner. Or Jeaner. Okay, Jeaner and Bob Levy. What the hell's Jeaner? Bob, Delfire, Chris, Sean, Jim, TT, and everyone. Period. Bones up.
Shout out to the Levy-verse. I was hanging out. I had to do a long drive this weekend. I was driving upstate New York, and I was listening to. I was probably not doing a safe thing, but I was sending in super chats and driving at the same time, and I had a lot of
That's
fun
crazy.
tuning into Bob. Follow Bob Levy on Levyverse. It's a lot of fun.
That's nuts.
What?
Doing this.
There was nobody on the road. There was literally nobody on the road, and
you're doing this while you're driving.
I did it. It went okay. It was okay. I don't recommend anybody. I don't want anybody in our audience doing that, but it was okay.
R-E-S-P-C. That's what I want from me. R-E-S-P-C-C. That's what I want. Respect. Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
We're doing it.
Well, hello, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Welcome to your favorite early morning / midday afternoon hang. How's everybody doing? It's BF Live, Stream Show 135. What's good in the Stream Show hood, everybody? As I like to say, well, it's Tuesday, August 27th. That's what's good in the Stream Show hood. And what's also good is that I see lots of friends hanging out in the chat. How's everybody doing tonight? How's your Tuesday been? How's your whole? How's everybody doing? So we're getting the day started. We're getting the week started. I don't know what everybody's been up to since like last night. I don't know if anybody had a case of the Mondays yesterday, but we did our best job to.
Sounds like somebody's got a case of the Mondays.
No, we did our best job yesterday not to have a case of Monday. And our friend JJ Dabbles, who stopped in, he helped us. Shout out Devil's Joint JJ Dabbles, the producer of the train wreck. So that was a lot of fun. So it's always good making new friends here and learning some new stuff about our friends here on BF Live. But let's see what we can get into today. What are you doing for the next 3 hours? I hope you got nothing to do, and I hope you want to hang out with me. It's the early morning out on the West Coast. Of course, it is lunchtime here on the East Coast, like I like to say. Why can I never find anything? There you go. That's right. There's the high noon work whistle. It's lunchtime. Grab your sandwich, put in your earbuds, and listen to some BF Live. Listen and or watch BF Live. Keep us with you for the next 3 hours in your earbud when you go back to work. It's all good in the Stream Show hood. So today is August 27th. What do we do here on BF Live? We're going to live and laugh. We're going to frame the day. Let's see what we can get into today. Ooh, that's me. Psych Labs joint. We're going to get into some more original Psych Labs content today after the BF Live other news and then chat family check-in. What else are we going to do? We're going to take another shot at doing the Soulful Horoscope Readings because for whatever reason, we're trying to do a live show. They wouldn't come up for me yesterday. So we're going to try to do them take 2 on the BF Live Soulful Horoscope Readings. We're going to get into some Perry talk because some fun stuff always goes down on Perry Caravella Live. And maybe we'll look back again at some phone sexy ads from back in the day. There was a slew of those phone sex ads from back in the day. We kind of all remember coming up. That and so much more. Internet shite. I even got a feature called like animals in the news. Because when I'm pulling stories a lot of time for the news, the BF Live other news, I find and go past so many animal stories, I finally said, hey, Bob, you know what you got to do? Maybe you're looking to gift horse in the mouth, if you will, and do some animals in the news. So we're going to get into all that, but we're going to get into all that only after we start the show like I like to start here every day on BF Live, Monday through Friday, 3 hours of original programming I try to bring you. So I'm going to put my goggles on. I'm going to run my element, and hopefully you're going to jump in the chat and let me know. Are you having a ham sandwich? You having peanut butter and jelly? You having some leftovers? Are you home? What are you doing today? Let me know what you're up to. Shout me out and say hi. Let everybody know what you're up to as we do the BF Live opening chat family check-in for today, Tuesday, August 27th. Let's go.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's right. Talk amongst yourselves and talk to me because my show is all about chat family. Let's see who's checking in. We're going to go right to the top of the chat as I like to do. I got the goggles on, and I will start out by letting you know that there are my PayPal preset donate options pinned always at the top of my chat. For those who like to give through PayPal, thank you in advance. Psychosocial checks in, or I should say, Psychosocial checks in. Thank you, girlfriend. Hey, BF and everyone. Thank you very much, Psychosocial. 666 and bones up to you. Donkey Kongton checks in and says, grab the pork joist. Grab the pork joist. What's up, Donkey? Come on, Donkey. Get in here. We need all the chat family in here. You know, it is the end of the summer. I see some chat family friends are here. Some might not always be here. But I wanted, I think as the fall comes around, we're going to be reassembled again. I was on my vacation and had things to do, and I understand people are busy, got things to do, but there's certain ones I missed, like Live Ween. But I'm glad to see Donkey Kongton here. Donkey Kongton says, also, please donate to my DabbleCon 3 grift fund on justpayme.com. Starting already, getting a head start there, Donkey Kongton. Well, I hope there is a DabbleCon 3, and I'd like to meet the same people again, and even meet you, and even like more cool people that we haven't had a chance to meet up with yet, Donkey Kongton. So that might happen. Just a guest checks in. Armchair, having a good time. How you doing, Justa? You number one, late and gay all the way. You know it, Justa. Hoya from the Reverend Wild Bill checking in from Hotlanta, the ATL.
Can I get a Hoya? Get a Hoya. Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Hoya! Hoya, everybody. Reverend Wild Bill. Spacey 75, the bro you know, the creative bro you know, checks in, and he says, hey, everybody. And let me see what I have here for that. Where did I put that? I have so many elements here. Let me play this for you, since we're talking about them. I didn't get around to doing this till the end of the show yesterday, so I want to do it earlier in the show today. And that way, I can say I've done it at both ends of the show. Let me look this up, SP. Here we go. This is for my bro. Whoop, wait a minute. Hang on a second. Come on. Here we go. These are for my two bros. Spacey 75, made by Terry Nee. You're at the Terry Nee joint, Space Chief 75. I love that when all our creative people are kind of helping out, looking out for one another. That's some good shit. And then right before the show, Terry Nee hits me up with something. Let me see if I can look that one up there real quick there, Terry Nee. I got me a little surprise in my mailbox, if you will. In my box, if you will. Where is that at? Here we go. It's right here. Then I found this.
Lights up, the crown's on fire. BF Live taking us higher. Every day he's got the vibe, the talk of the town, no need to describe. From the stage to the screen, he's the coolest we've seen. Bringing the heat, the laughs, the cheer. Everybody knows BF Live is here. BF Live is in control. Rocking the mic, taking the role. Tune in, don't miss the show. BF Live is the way to go. Laugh out loud or feel the flow. BF Live, let's start the show. Catch the jokes, the stories too. With BF Live, there's always something new. In the chat, we all unite. He's a star shining bright. From coast to coast, they're all in line for the best show every time. You know the name, you know the face. BF Live can't be replaced. BF Live is in control. Rocking the mic, taking the role. Tune in, don't miss the show. BF Live is the way to go.
Today, I consider myself the luckiest man on the face of the earth.
I second that. I resemble that remark.
Moments electric, every word's gold. BF Live, the story's
Corey.
being told.
I saw Corey.
No better place to be tonight. BF Live's got the spotlight.
Thank you, Terry Nee. There you go. I love when these cool ass people in the chat help us out and take kind of what we do and apply their skills and talents to it. So thank you, Terry Nee. And thank you, Space Chief 75. Hoya from our friend Psych checking in. Psych Labs, just as I was saying, another creative bro, you know, and we're going to have some new, fresh Psych Labs content right after probably the chat family check-in, and I'll do some of the other news. We'll probably try to put that in there, and then we'll work the new Psych content. We'll make our way to some Perry Talk. We're going to have a lot of fun here in the next 3 hours or so. Wild Bill checks in. What's up, Wild Bill? He sees the old shit. He knows when he hears that, he knows that means it's about to go down. 3 hours of continuous fun is about to go down right here on BF Live. Oh shit, Wild Bill indeed. Hoya from our friend Devil's Joint. JJ, I was just talking about you, brother. Fun having you on yesterday, man. I like when I have kind of a guest on and it's just hanging out, like chilling out with some cool people, with bros, and I kind of just go off of my path of what I kind of have written down and the things that I can get to and all. So I really love that. I enjoy those kind of shows, and I enjoyed getting to know you more, brother, and we actually learned some more facts about JJ Dabbles. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says, greetings from Hot Atlanta. Devil's Joint checks in and says, hello from Melendez Land. The Reverend Wild Bill checks in and says, it's 88 degrees at noon, and that sounds more like Hot Atlanta, Wild Bill. You called in, or you were checking in last week, and you said it was kind of cooler down there. But yeah, the traditional summer weather is coming back. I thought it was going to come back at least one more time to bite us in the ass, because it's not quite Labor Day yet, not quite September yet. So I think we still have a couple hot ones to look forward to before it finally gets to be fall. Ka-chunk and skull, baby. Ka-chunk and skull indeed. I also included the creative Psych Labs in the opening liftoff reel, so you saw that right there. Spacey 75, Hoya from our friend Devil Joint. Psych says, oh snap, my commercial made it into the intro. There you go, brother. That's what I was just talking about. Yeah, man, I had to use the good shit. Gimme Bezos checks in and says, good morning, sunshine. How you doing, Gimme Bezos? Great talking to you and getting to know you, my friend. Let's see. Space Chief checks in and says hello to Devil's Joint. Buffalo, Blocky Fran, and Buffalo emojis are being had fun with by the Wild Bill. Just a Guest says, you gotta call them in. Here, fishy. Here, fishy. Spacey 75 was responding to the liftoff reel by saying, $9 to see Van Halen in their prime. Good deal. You know it, bro. And I like to mix in nostalgia with the show, as you guys well know and all. So when I kind of heard that kind of old radio commercial, man, that's kind of the old vibes from back in the day. The Devil Joint says, got a call from my doctor this morning, guys. Please pray for me, bro. I am. I mean, I know you said you told me some of your health issues kind of privately, and I know you're going through some stuff, man. So yeah, if we could all give positive vibes and thoughts and prayers and whatever you do, whoever you speak to, for our friend Devil's Joint right here, and good wishes for good health. The Reverend Wild Bill says, I still have a flying Van Halen necklace given to me by Alex. What? Awesome, man. Awesome, underrated drummer. I say in rock and roll. I wouldn't take $190 to see Motley Crue or Eddie Van Halen. Rest in peace, David Lee Roth. Stick literally kicking, says Devil's Joint. Boobs, says Terry Neen. Still kicking. There you go. He said Roth is still literally kicking. There you go. Terry Nee, good afternoon, almost afternoon to you from our friend Devil's Joint. 1208 says Terry Nee. Come on, that's afternoon here. Where we're at. Some of us on the East Coast, some of us are on the West Coast, some of us are down under and across the pond, but I love you no matter where you check in from. The frog emoji comes up here from Terry Nee. Shouting out the frog. Give him the frog a little action. Cheers to everyone. I'm very busy, so I can't greet everyone individually, but Hoya and eat ass. That's from our friend Donkey Kongington. That's his way of spreading the love. The Beast Coast says Articulate John, checking in today. How you doing? On a Tuesday, Articulate John on BF Live 135. It's 86 degrees and a semi took out my electric. May need to charge the phone in the car. Well, come on, Terry Nay. You persevere and you do what you got to do so you can make out. Sure, you can hang out with Chat Family right here for the next 3 hours on BF Live. Devil's Joint says, too hot. It's going to feel like 104 here tomorrow. You got to run for shelter. Got to run for shade. Justice checking in, having coffee and tears. Are we crying in our coffee? Don't do that, Justice. Come on, man. We'll make it better. BF, thanks for having me, and I apologize for what I told you last night, brother. Much love. Ain't no worries, bro. No worries, bro, man. I thought, like I told you at the beginning of the show, I thought we had a great time, and you had a great appearance on the show. Overcast with a little rain in the AYX, 80 degrees, and walking the dogs on the boardwalk, says our friend Gimme Bezos. Psych checks in with a laugh. Gano, I'm not sure. I think I do. Gano, I can know what you're talking about. G'no, everybody. What do you g'no? We're having fun here. Hello, friends from Blummel's Defense Lawyer checking in on the opening Chat Family check-in here on BF Live. We're going to get to the other news, some psych content, and Perry Talk, and a lot of other fun we're going to try to get to here in the next 3 hours or so. Hello, friends from Blummel's. Spacey75 says, Terry Nee is a good dude. He is, in fact, a good dude, man, and he's so into, like, everything we do. He's such a supporter of what we do, and I love that he takes his creativity and applies it to supporting us. I think that's a great thing, Space Chief. So I'm glad you and I got some love from Terry Nee for that. JJ Dabble says, psych, what the fuck up is up, homie? Stream Elements Body letting you know about JJ Dabble's page. That link is still running in my chat. Space Chief 75 is a good dude, says our friend Psych. I agree and concur. Is space considered the sky? Is space, we're getting deep here in the midday on BF Live. Is space considered the sky? I think, strictly speaking, I don't think it is. I think the sky is kind of our cap, and then the space is space. But I am not Neil deGrasse Tyson, nor do I play him on podcast. Thanks, Psych, and back at you from Space Chief75 for the love. What up from our friend Psych? Blummel's Defense Lawyer says, nice. I want a song. Articulate John. Somebody has to be inspired to make you a song. You got to jump on AI and apply some stuff in there, man. It's gotten so easy now. I'm utilizing AI more for like graphics and things of this nature. You understand here for BF Live. I want to thank not only for being a cool dude and having fun with him and hanging out with him yesterday, but JJ Dabble membered up here on my channel, BF Live. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. I really appreciate that. JJ Dabbles, a bro you know, and support me by becoming a member. I appreciate that. This is a day late. New. There you go. Was it nice? It was wonderful. I apologize for being so sick. I'm feeling better today. Well, like I said, JJ, and we really didn't get into talking this much when you were on, but I know a lot of you creators and podcasters like myself and you know, and we're real people, right? And people realize that, but a lot of times you don't realize that, you're kind of dealing with your health issues or kind of dealing with stuff like it's right up to the time you kind of get on air a lot of times and all. And so, I can tell I really appreciate your enthusiasm, the fact that you're a pro, man, because you are having like some kind of more considerable health issues, and you come on the air, and I would say that people would back me up and say, we really couldn't tell, bro. You were like totally professional, totally enthusiastic, and it was a lot of fun talking to you yesterday, bro. So I hope that positive attitude helps you get healthier and get better real soon, JJ. But you were a great time yesterday. Psych checks in with his 2-month membership chat and says 2 months. Holy moly, so glad to be a part of all this greatness in the chat family and by creating content. Either way, I hope there's 15 years to come. I agree with that. I resemble that remark. Thank you, Psych, for being a member for 2 months. JJ Dabbles checks in and says, Articulate John, you called me Medicated Pete yesterday, and I was cracking up. Medicated Pete, that's a classic guy. But, later. See you later, man. Lisa, the lovely Lisa checks in and says, Hoya to BF and everyone in the chat. And she throws out the Slurpee emoji. And to that, I say to you,
Can I get a Hoya? Get a Hoya. Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
well, you ask for Hoya and you get one from the lovely Ding Dong checking in, the other half of Psych Labs. Hoy everyone, and happy Tuesday. It's the midday hang here on BF Live Stream Show 135. We do this every day, Monday through Friday. Prayers up, big up to JJ from our friend Terry Nee. Prayers for good health. It's the lovely Nerd. Nerd's checking in. Hello, Nerd. How are you today on this Tuesday? On this lovelier Tuesday now. JJ Dabble says, the Reverend Wild Bill, I love Van Halen, not Motley. I messed up with no punctuation. Yeah, that kind of context and all gets you without the punctuation and all. But yeah, Van Halen, I mean, great. Motley, I've seen Motley and I saw him recently, and Vince, the band is great as far as musically, but Vince was just not doing the proper singing. He wasn't keeping up. He was just basically dialing it in. Space Nerd giving the love to Psych and Ding Dong. Terry Nee says, some are just coasting, says our friend Terry Nee. Space Nerd says, good morning to me and Hoya. Hoya, right back to you, the lovely Space Nerd. Space Nerd checks in and says, Hoya to Lisa. Space Nerd, Hoya from JJ Dabbles. Hamhead says, I'm too high to read. You didn't know there was going to be a reading test or functional reading test? Hi, Hamhead. How you doing today, brother? It's checking in on a Tuesday afternoon or morning, wherever, depending on where you're at. Space Nerd, Hoya to JJ Dabbles. LOL, HH and Hoya from Space Nerd. The Reverend Wild Bill says, JJ Dabbles, I met them when David Lee was with them. They called him Jumpy Jump. I bet they did call him Jumpy Jump. JJ's laughing at that and says, good name. Space Nerd simply says, good no. Psych is shouting out the nerd love. JJ Dabble says, until recently, he was still tossing that leg up. Exactly. Good no, see? Terry Nee knows what's up. He knows what's up. Hamhead is giving the love to Space Nerd. Space Nerd says, David Lee Roth is quite full of himself. Interesting interviews. Yeah, you could see that ego early on there, Space Nerd. You definitely saw that ego, and it finally kind of was, I think, contributed to kind of the end of him being the lead singer of that band, obviously. Hamhead is giving JJ Dabbles the love. Ding Dong and saying, Hoya and good morning with love to Space Nerd. Hoya Nerd and good morning from Space Dong. From Ding Dong. Boy, I got that one mixed up. The Reverend Wild Bill says, JJ Dabbles, hate to say it, but David Lee Roth was the best frontman for Van Halen. Reverend Wild Bill, we're the old school guys, and I was much in that school too, brother. And then, I didn't quite take to Sammy right away. I'm like, what is this shit? But you must say that even in hindsight, it's all better than anything kind of going on today. And I respect all of it collectively a lot more that we're past all of it. But yeah, definitely as far as frontman, as flashiness, yeah, you got to say David Lee was that guy more. The sky is space, says Space Nerd checking in. Uh-oh. And she would know. All right. That's a more you know from Space Nerd. Who would know better than a Space Nerd? Psych putting up the devil horns. Getting him from Hamhead. Psych, back to Hamhead. JJ Dabbles is laughing. My sister Kathy checks in, and she says, Hoya.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Space Nerd says, good morning to Ding. Hamhead says, the sky is our atmosphere. Space Chief giving the love right to Space Nerd. Space Nerd is saying Hoya to my sister Kathy. Space Nerd is saying, Spurs Churf, hello. Hamhead says, once outside our atmosphere, you are in space, says our friend Hamhead. The Reverend Bill says, at Space Nerd, completely full of himself talking about David Lee Roth. He had met him. Space Nerd says, yes, Ham, outside of our atmosphere. They're agreeing on that. Space G75 is getting the love from our friend Hamhead. Hey, Hamhead from Space G75. JJ Dabbles throwing out the hearts. Terry Nee says, sky, noun, the region of the atmosphere and the outer space seen from Earth. Hundreds of stars shining in the sky. I always say, if you're not careful, you just might learn something before you're done watching BF Live every day. Space Nerd says, the Reverend Wild Bill, VH1 with Roth 10 years ago. I had to listen to an interview prior. All I could think of him was thinking he is the biggest shit, and his laugh, says Space Nerd. The head says, and once in space, you are under the rule of both Space Nerd and Space Chief. That is true. We got all the space covered here. JJ Dabble checks in and says, thanks to Terry Nee. Or Bill says, I was backstage when Eddie got Guitarist of the Year. Space Nerd checks in and says, that is true, Ham. We are the defenders of space. And Space Nerd checks in with the Hoya. And Space Chief agrees with Hamhead about the space ruling space. JJ Dabble says, really, that's amazing. Dimebag sleeping with that guitar is also a beautiful thing. The Reverend Wild Bill. Oh, that's cool. Space Nerd says, the Reverend Wild Bill, oh God, how was the rest of the band? Hamhead says, as I am a defender of ham and space. Ham defenders. Space Nerd says, we need ham defenders. So there we go. He's got that covered. I am a ham defender. Hamhead says JJ Dabbles. It's Vince, says JJ Dabbles. JJ getting the love from our friend Hamhead. JJ Dabbles checks in and says, Hamhead, what you got? I'm still on my Melon Puff LA Oils Indica Always, is what our friend JJ is getting down with. Space Dawn from Space Nerd. I'm a Van Hagar fan, Space Nerd says. That's cool. I agree. I like Sammy, says JJ Dabbles, but Rolf is king. We can agree with that. I mean, sure. Space Nerd says, Hamhead actually got it more correct. It's called Grease Bucket. Don't ask me. Okay, we're getting to that. Hoya from Space Nerd. Can I make a Hoya song for you? You can do whatever you want, JJ. You're one of these great, cool, creative dudes too, man. So if you're inspired by anything you see here on BF Live, you want to do like Terry or the other creative people and kind of inspired by something you see on here, go ahead and roll with it, brother. Make a Hoya song if you like. A new one, sure, absolutely. Oh, what state? An acoustic version, says JJ. That was. Can I get a Hoya? Cool, man. Like unplugged Hoya. I'm down with it. Cool. Tennessee. It says Hamhead. Hamhead, yeah, I feel you. When it gets hard to get, you get what you get. Okay, I get that. When it's hard to get, you get what you get. Hamhead says, luckily it's always good quality, but no choices. Trump just said he's going to defend space even more when he takes office. I'm gonna listen. I'm gonna buy the best space weapons and lasers. Okay, listen. It's gonna happen. Okay, we're never gonna get attacked by any UFOs under my watch. Okay, boo, HH. They will get the program soon enough. Tennessee will get the program as another state's missing out. The Reverend Wild Bill says he'll be back. He's saying puff puff pass. Even more, says JD Devil Shore. Good afternoon, nerd, from my sister Kathy. Tennessee will be one of the last I fear, says Hamhead. Space Nerd says, let's pray. Tennessee, let's Hamhead have it easy. Terry Nee checks in with his member for 2 months. Chat, and he says, Van Halen was awesome, but then MTV showed up in 1981 and changed them forever, as they probably did a lot of bands. And this lets me know that it says Terry Nee just became a sponsor. That means he must have remembered up. So thank you. It is that time of the month if it's coming at that time. And please, if you consider remembering up, if you got a membership, I would certainly appreciate it here. Thank you for all the members in the family. Space Nerd, yeah, an acoustic one. I'll record it. Acoustic Hoya. It's only medically legal here for 3 diseases and only oil pills, says Hamhead. Space Nerd says, but don't take synth pop troubadour. JD Dabbles, don't do any of this without permission. Just saying. They'll probably blur the line. JJ's letting you know some of the stuff he's going through. Space Nerd is laughing, which is always a good thing. Space Nerd, I was thinking the same thing, says the Reverend Bill. Let's see what we got. We're almost at the end of the chat family check-in. Out of respect for him, please don't. Hamhead says, shit, he is catching up to the chat quick. Haha, you know it. I'm doing it because as much as I love talking to you guys and really getting the vibe and creating the party vibe, there's some people that they say, well, maybe I shouldn't read every chat or read all the chat, but I love you guys and I love the challenge of keeping up and reading it and knowing what you're doing. But we're almost at the end of it, and we're going to get into a lot more fun here up until the 3 o'clock hour right here on BF Live. Space Force America, Terry Nee says. JD Devil says, Space Nerd, I have another idea. No big deal, my man. Terry Nee says, it's BF's time of the month. Not sure what that means, but let's see. Thanks, JJ from Space Nerd. And Psych says, LOL. And Terry Nee says, avocado knowledge. We have a little bit of that, more than we need here on BF Live, because that was the opening chat family check-in. So let's get on to some other news, Psych content, Perry Talk, and a whole lot more.
Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves. Talk amongst yourselves.
Dude. Yeah, Space Nerd, my man from Psych. Terry Nee says, sky verb, hit a ball high into the air. He skied his tee shot. Okay, as a verb. Boy, Terry Nee's going to learn this all today. I hope there's not going to be a test of this at the end of this, Terry Nee. But I hope glad everybody's here today with me on BF Live. Oh, what is this now? He says crap. These I guess these typos are getting you. All right. Nonetheless, just the same, let me check off what we've done. We've done the liftoff reel. We've done the opening chat family check-in. Why don't we get on to some BF Live other news? I got a couple stories for you. A couple we'll discuss, and that'll lead us to some site content, which will probably lead us into Perry Talk. But why don't I jump into my new studio? I will run my element, and we will get into the other news, or the BF Live not so serious news for today. That's right. I'm over here in my news desk now in the BF Live studios at my news desk for the BF Live other news or not so serious news. I got a couple stories that we can discuss here real quick. Few stories. That one. Okay. Let's start you off with this one. I found this interesting. It's not a story you hear every day. And that's the kind of stories I like to do here on BF Live. Please like, share, and subscribe BF Live on your way in and out. And thank you for all your support. Let's see. In my first story in the BF Live not so serious news from the BF Live news studio, it says a Georgia mayor faces felony charges after investigators say he stashed alcohol in a ditch for prisoners. This is a very generous Georgia mayor. So this ain't the sheriff or nothing. This is the actual mayor. In Thompson, Georgia, the mayor of a small Georgia town has been indicted on charges that he illegally left a bottle of gin in a ditch for a state prison work crew. Thompson Mayor Benjamin Benji Carey Cranford was indicted on Wednesday and arrested by Georgia Bureau of Investigations agents. He faces felony charges of furnishing prohibited items to inmates and attempt to commit a felony. The indictment issued Wednesday in McDuffie County Superior Court says that the 52-year-old Cranford drove to a store on June 3rd and bought a bottle of Seagram's Extra Dry Gin and left it in a ditch along Georgia 150 in Thompson in the path of a work crew of state prisoners from the Jefferson County Correctional Institution. And I don't know how many of you have this or see this, but I do have this in the highways in my area as well, to where they will have the actual prisoners kind of working and picking up the stuff. So this is a very generous mayor. I'm kind of curious who this is for. Oh, let's get this ad to go away. Let's see. It says Thompson police on June 6th asked the GBI to investigate the claim that Cranford gave alcohol to inmates, GBI said. Agents arrested Cranford at Thompson City Hall after a city council meeting and led him away in handcuffs, WRDW-TV reported. Cranford didn't answer questions from reporters after he was released from the McDuffie County Jail Wednesday on $5,000 bail. Court records didn't list a lawyer for Cranford as of Thursday, and he has not yet appeared before a judge. So I'm kind of curious of the circumstances of this. I'm wondering, does he owe somebody a favor? Is this a relative? I mean, I imagine in a small town, it could be somebody that's related to somebody that's related to somebody, and they just need a drink in the prison. But it's awfully risky thing to do for a mayor or any high official to be kind of being involved in something like this and have the Georgia Bureau of Investigations arrest you as a mayor of a city. And also, certainly not your everyday story. Thought an interesting story, or basically a other kind of story in the BF Live other news. So, let's see, we got some comments about that. We'll read those, and then we'll just see what everybody's up to. Crap. I need Dave Daffler. Yeah, I haven't seen Dave in a while. Dave's been MIA. I guess I'm boring Dave. Dave don't like me no more. I guess I don't know, Terry. I'm going to sit in the garden and eat some worms. But shout out Dave Daffler. I imagine he's just busy, like a lot of people are. People's schedules change, and then they have busy lifestyles and all. But shout out to our friend Dave Daffler from Terry Nee. Hamhead says, the Czech song with Bob singing still makes me die laughing, Psych. Well, maybe we can kind of hit on that when we hit on some new Psych content. I always like to show you something cool that he's done previous to that. So maybe I'll consider that a request, and I'll go look for that one. The Blumels defense lawyer says, of course, his name is Benji. Yeah, listen, okay? Listen, I didn't do it, okay? There you go. Space Nerd says, of all the time, excuse me, of all the times Dave Daffler has said happy birthday, he missed my actual birthday. I can't say he never said happy birthday, though. So that's what he does. See, he says it when he's around, because I guess he knows he might not be around for yours. But that is funny and ironic considering the birthday bit, the ongoing birthday bit with him. Terry Nee says extra dry gin, and he simply has a throw-up emojis with that. That must be some hard drinking people in there that they must have needed it in the jail, or this relative needed it, Terry Nee. An interesting kind of small town story. Hoya Blumels from our friend Space Nerd. Hoya Nerd from our friend Blumels. Hamhead says, Blumels, is that your name, and are you a defense lawyer? And were you the defense lawyer for someone named Blumels? I believe we've established, they might let you know, but that's kind of like a Bubba Love Sponge Show reference, I believe. I remember Bobby, Nick, and you talking about that. Nerd Gano from our friend Terry Nee. Gano, Terry Nee, I think we have the same birthday. Happy belated. I Gano what you guys are trying to get me to do. One of my favorite singers' name is Benji too. Okay. Benji from Good Charlotte? Says Blumels. I was wondering the same thing, Hamhead says Space Nerd. LOL from Hamhead. Donkey Kongton says the guard that drove the van for the road crew was in on it too. Uh-oh. They haven't. The guard. Right, I guess so. Right, somebody. Okay, I didn't hear the full story. That's not in there, but maybe you know a little more, or maybe you just saw that on Dukes of Hazzard or something. I don't know. They having some gin and juice, laid back with their mind on their garbage and the garbage on their mind. I guess, Kathy. There you go. They sipping on gin and juice, laid back. Hamhead. It's a Bubble the Love Sponge reference. I'm not a real lawyer, and they got the laugh emoji. Any Libras, LOL. We didn't do the horoscopes yesterday. I'm going to try to get to it today, JJ Dabbles. You know how it goes when you're doing a show live, bro. For whatever reason, I could try it now. Make sure I'll start opening it early. But for whatever reason, yesterday, it just wasn't in the stars, or it wasn't meant to happen. But let me try to open my horoscope thing now and see. My crystal ball, if you will. Sorry. It's my crystal ball. All right, it opens now. Let's see if it opens when I actually try to do the segment. So we'll get into those horoscopes really soon. All year long, BF, you're laughing. Did I do a turn or word or phrase? Because sometimes I speak so quickly. I do mess up verbally more often than I care to know. Good morning, Donkey Kongton from Space Nerd. Hoya Kathy from our friend Psych. Hoya Hamhead says, ooh, well, fuck, my whole chat life has been a lie for months now. All right. Hey, Psych from my sister Kathy. Good morning, Space Nerd from Donkey Kongton. Hoya from our friend Donkey Kongton as well. Bad Charlotte. Love this guy so much, I watch him on Instagram. Synth Pop Forever, Synth Pop Troubadour. He's a fun energy guy. Benji Webb from Skindred, says Blumels Defense, so not the Benji from Good or Bad Charlotte. Donks from our friend Psych. Happy birthday, Space Nerd. Today is my birthday. I don't even know what to do. YouTube is erasing my chats again, and that would be YouTube, Donkey Kongington, because I don't have the time or the wherewithal to go in there and try to pick words to block or anything. So if you're having a weird reaction today, it could be very well be YouTube, because I don't block words or anything really. Takes too much work. They actually have gin and juice in the alcohol section. Laid back. Donkey, make sure you have it on the live chat. YouTube is dumb, says Space Nerd. Sometimes it's just simple shit like that between top chat and live chat, or just opening and closing your browser. It can have different effects. Oh, I wasn't requesting you do it for me today. Just asking anyone is a Libra because I'm an 18-year-old girl and I need to know. Well, it's funny, Dabbles, because it's funny, JJ, because I know horoscopes are a thing, and I believe in the generalizations of horoscopes. They definitely get the personality traits right and all that stuff a lot of times. And I'm always amazed that typically when I do this segment on BF Live, usually one or two people per show will say, wow, that is totally in line with what's going on in my life right now, and they can't believe it. So we like to just get into it and have a little fun with that here. Kathy Linder says, Donkey, are you being bad, or is it you are being bad? Maybe, I don't know. My pop used some kind of acid under a ceramic frog at the end of our driveway for a road crew worker. Used to hide acid? Wait a minute. Damn. There you go. Well, he's not the mayor, is he? I don't know. Maybe he won't get in as much trouble. No, BF Live. It was not. It was referring to DD. Okay, there you go. Donks, it's always being bad. Acid. Yeah, acid. That's what I said. I had to read it twice too there, Space Nerd. Happy birthday, Tyranny from Space Nerd with the laughs. The mayoral crime is one thing. It's the conspiracy. Interesting. So it sounds like you guys know, right, because, well, I guess, right, because he knew someone, like a driver or a personal, or he knew that someone personally. That's kind of what I was speculating. Like, maybe he knows somebody that's doing time because it's a small town. Like, hey, my left cousin's over there, so I know he's going to come up the time I leave my left cousin a little drink and kind of be like a good family guy. But yeah, it could have been just that one-on-one, or it could have been a conspiracy through, like, the driver or the guards, and it could be gang-related in the prison. You don't know, but it sounds like you guys kind of know or have some ideas or other facts about it. Change it to live chat from top chat, says JJ Dabbles. Space Nerd said that already. Yeah. Donkey said, yes, the dude would get the paper from under the frog and leave the cash. KJJ, I only block Wild Bill. Don't do that. Pretty Slick says Space Nerd. Hamhead says me as an Aries. We'll get to that. LOL. Slick as sandpaper. Slick as sandpaper. This was 35 years ago, too. You could get by with a lot more shit back then. Just because my dad creamed by my mom roughly 9 months before I was born doesn't make me an Aries special. It kind of does, man. You're kind of stuck with whatever you're born with. Whenever the nut stuck, man, that's what you are. It was a different time, Stuttering John. It was a different time. LOL, HH. Donkey Kong says, my parents used to tell me they found me in a ditch. I really believed that shit until I was about 8. Yeah. Got you from, you were a mailman's kid. We adopted you. They would do that stuff when you would act a fool or something. They go, I don't even know if you're a kid. We adopted you, man. They would give you that shit too. That was a favorite one in our family. Okay, let's get to my second story in the BF Live not so serious news or other news here that I have for you today from the BF Live studios, new studios. Yes. Woman who faced eviction for over 3 emotional support parrots wins $165,000 federal case. A woman who faced eviction from her Manhattan apartment over her 3 emotional support parrots will be paid $165,000 in damages plus $585,000 for her apartment under a consent decree announced by federal prosecutors. The consent decree, announced Monday, resolves a dispute between Merrill Lesser and the board of the Rutherford, a 175-unit cooperative apartment building where Lesser lived with her parrots, Layla, Ginger, and Curtis. Lesser purchased an apartment at the Rutherford in Manhattan's Gramercy Park neighborhood in 1999 and moved into it with her birds. Neighbor Charlotte Cullen started complaining in 2015. Oh God, I wake up still with nightmares of them screaming in my head, Cullen told the Daily News. The New York City Department of Environmental Protection sent inspectors 15 times, but did not find any evidence of excessive noise. No birds, no screeching, no noise, an inspector wrote on February 7th of 2016. Lesser submitted letters from her psychiatrist explaining that she needed the birds for her mental well-being. but the Rutherford board began eviction proceedings in May of 2016. Lesser moved out and sublet her apartment. She filed a federal fair housing complaint with the Department of Housing and Urban Development in 2018, and HUD found probable cause to believe that Rutherford had violated Lesser's fair housing rights. Rather than settle the case, Rutherford chose to proceed to federal court, triggering the statutory requirement that the Department of Justice file suit. Manhattan U.S. Attorney Damian Williams said. Williams said the consent decree approved by a federal judge on August 16th represents the largest recovery the federal government has ever obtained for a person with disabilities whose housing provider denied them their right to have an assistance animal. The quote goes on to say this outcome should prompt all housing providers to consider carefully whether their policies and procedures comply with federal law, Williams said. Peter Livingston, an attorney for the Rutherford Co-op, said his client was pleased to resolve the case. In addition to paying Lesser $165,000 and purchasing her shares in the co-op for $565,000, the Rutherford must adopt a reasonable accommodation policy for assistance animals and allow the federal government to monitor compliance. It must also dismiss the eviction proceedings against Lesser in housing court. Lesser did not respond to a text sent to a phone number listed for her. So I thought that was a fascinating story, in that, you know, you see more and more every day where different people have different animals and different circumstances for these comfort animals or emotional support animals. So to the extent that if you rent housing or you have this, like these condo units that kind of handled this wrong, you could find yourself in this trouble. So pretty impressive that it's a kind of a federal housing case. I don't think the citizens really win against the government too much there. So there's a little small victory for people who have faced eviction over their kind of emotional support animals. I consider kids assisted animals. Whatever you convince the IRS of and gets by your taxes, that's cool. JJ dabbles. It's not terrible. They were talking about something different. Let's see. Let's get up here because I didn't know even. Let's see, Granny was in here. That's why pistols have erasers. You guys are having fun. Whenever the nut stuck, right? Whenever the nut stuck, exactly. Whenever the nut stuck, that's what you are. I'm the stuck nut BF. If you ask my dad, right? Whatever part stuck and didn't run down your dad's leg, that's what you are. There you go. Tripping in prison, cool, says our friend Terry Nee. The milkman's kid, right? My mom used to joke. That was a good one too with me because I'm the only lefty and blue eyes in my family. Yeah, you must have been the mailman or the milkman's kid. Donkey Kong says, I mean, that's why pistols are erasers. Yeah, that is they can be erasers if used in that manner. Pistols are the best erasers for pedos, 100%. Yeah, that or execution or burning in hell. I for all of those. I've tripped in jail, not prison though, and they didn't know, so they let me out tripping. Wow, you were tripping on acid or shrooms in prison. Donkey says for so. It's like people smoking crack in jail when I was there did not make sense to me. They were going nuts as dabbles. They was tripping in jail might be good. Blummel's defense lawyer says probably an unpopular opinion, but she shouldn't subject her neighbor to that. Talking about the parrots, we're getting in talking about the article now. Donkey says the last time I was locked up, they fried the remote trying to light the goddamn cigarette, and we had to watch the same fucking channel for 9 days. Says Donkey Kong. Then that's a funny story. Syke says it was better than being sober. I was arrested for a bowl in Texas. Just so happened I was on acid too, but never knew. There you go. It's not, trust me. We got that comment earlier. We're doomed, says Terry Nee. That's his. Let's see. Syke says I was in a small jail in Texas with my best friend, so it was all right. Service animal, Blummel says, and emotional support. Get out. So there you go, Blummels. And you're, like I said, we're seeing these reports more and more in news. Like I said, I got emotional support giraffe, and I'm gonna get on an airplane with it one day. And ain't nobody gonna stop me, is what I say, because it's just gotten so much more and more outrageous as what people, they just don't want to part with their pet. So I think a lot of people are going this whole service animal or emotional support route. I saw it when I just traveled recently. People, had to bring their dogs along or whatever. Granny, it sounds decent if you're actually in a dorm. So that's probably memorable then. Granny says, I did 30 days for putting a sticker on a light pole. God damn, what kind of fucking redneck Hazard County shit you live in there? Fucking, and damn, Granny didn't do you no good, did they? Holy shit, bro. 30, what? What, they was like, hey, Granny, Grandin Fall, I sentence he to 30 days for defacing our public telephone pole with a sticker. God damn. That's rough, bro. That's some rough shit right there. 30 days. He can send you back in 30 days. Damn, Granny, I got 6 months for breaking into my own house. You do 4 of that 6. Where the fuck do you live, Granny? It says Space Nerd. Okay, so there we go. So we had the emotional support kind of animal, pet animal thing. You know, I think we're going to keep seeing these stories coming up. Where do you guys live? Good grief. I like the Charlie Brown, the good grief. You know, it's something serious when somebody hits you with a good grief. Okay, well, let's see. I got more stories here in the BF Live. Not so serious news or the other news. Oh, well, this is, you know, this, let's call this other news because it's definitely on the serious side. But let's see. Not in you got to hate the world kind of serious. And this story here, it says riders stranded 243 feet up on Six Flags attraction during a storm. Talk about nightmares. Well, here you go. Here's one. Now, this is a Six Flags in Mexico. So, you know, whatever joke or a stereotype you want to throw in there, do that on your own. But this says a ride shut down in the middle of a storm at Six Flags Mexico, leaving those aboard dangling 243 feet in the air for about 10 minutes. Omar Hernandez Medrano was among the passengers on the Supergirl Sky Flight ride. Well, that was his first mistake, being on a Supergirl ride. Also known as the Sky Screamer at the Mexico City Amusement Park last week when the ride ceased operation during heavy rain and wind. Medrano said he and his fellow riders were stranded 243 feet over the ground for about 10 minutes before being evacuated. Six Flags Mexico said on social media that the storm caused multiple rides to briefly cease operating and all established procedures were followed. The rides resumed operation later in the day and no injuries were reported. But I'm going to run you a little bit of this video right here of people that took cell phone video from their perspective, 243 feet up in the sky for about 10 minutes. This is like, I think most people's fear when you get on a ride is it's somehow going to fail, or you're just not going to go simple where you just ride it and get off. So this is 243 feet in the air.
New video of riders stuck nearly 250 feet above the ground during a storm at Six Flags Mexico. This happened last Sunday. People were dangling there for about 10 minutes. The theme park says the storm disrupted operations for this ride and several others. People were eventually evacuated after the storm got worse. Thankfully, no one was hurt.
Very scary stuff there.
Hello. This is fucked up, Holmes. Man, you got me stuck up in the air. What is up with this shit, man? Let's see. The Space Nerd says, thank goodness JJ would get you 30 days and you're posting a sticker. I thought Florida was full of freedom. Hamhead says, I would have shit myself and then had a heart attack on that ride. What you gonna do though, brother? That's right. What are you gonna do when you're stuck up there? But yeah, Space Nerd. You know, we go to amusement parks around, you know, every now and then. But then you like to think I just want to like, please just let this be a routine day. Any other routine day when I'm not here and the rides don't break, I just want to get on the ride, do it, and get off. And you really don't want to get stuck on them or anything like that. Have to be rescued off of a ride. So that is a fear, and that's a particular one because that's 243 feet in the air, and that's this one with this chain. And sometimes you see them virally kind of go wrong and people flying off with the chain, so it's all kind of a sketchy shit. See, I told you we got people checking in from across the pond, East Coast, West Coast, Central, Mountain, Australia, across the pond. Dang Lizard checking in, saying Hoya, everyone. Well, Hoya to you. How you doing this great day / evening for you? Because I know you're hours ahead. Hoya, Dang Lizard.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
All right, you got that, Hoya. All right. Well, that was a couple 3 stories in the BF Live other news, or the BF Live not so serious news. Why don't I run my little element? And then we're going to get into some Psych Labs content and some other fun stuff here. But that was the BF Live other news, or not so serious news. How's everybody doing today? You having a good afternoon? You feeling good so far? Are we doing it? Are we getting the day started right? Is it early out on the West Coast?
We're doing it.
We're doing it. We're doing the best our can to make the most of a Tuesday here for the next 3 hours or so. Or like I said, up till the 3 o'clock hour. Hell, we're already 1 hour in. It's 1:01 here where I'm at, so that means we're into hour number 2 already. Time flies when you're having fun. So that's what's good. Let's see what everybody's up to, and then we're going to get into some Psych Labs content right after this. Let's see. We got the Mex kebabs. Yeah, they were kebabbing up in the air. Hoya Dang Lizard from our friend Space Nerd checking in. Hoya Dang from our friend Psych. Dang. Yep, Truth BF, talking about what we were talking about earlier. I used to love those rides. No moss, Blummels. Yeah, it's funny when you get a little older and then you realize, man, I think that those rides have actually visited more states, cities, and countries than I've ever been to. It's like, I don't know if I want to ride anything that's kind of been more places than me, you know. So yeah, you like the more stationary rides, at least if you can go to an amusement park. Granny says, Space Nerd, they knew I was tagging and tried to blame me for dumb asses hitting businesses and shit, which I never did. 30 days, bro. Holy shit. I'm going to jail. What the fuck? Dang, cheers from Blummel's defense lawyer. Space Nerd says, Blummel's, I used to love rides like that. I knew too much and too many accidents sometimes. And you have anxiety. Yeah, those, like I said, those rides are sketch when you really kind of stare at them a little too far, too good. Granny, that is unfortunate and lame, says Space Nerd. Blummel says, nerd, same. It was fun. Always have fun memories. Yeah, we have the state fair set up now where we're at, and I'll go out and I'll eat the good state fair food and go look at the cows' butts, like we like to say. Like, we walk through the barn and all the cows are facing the other way in, so you end up looking at cows' asses. But yeah, good food and good attractions out there. But I'm not one for always like just kind of jumping up on the rides, just like people watching and just hanging out, enjoying the good weather and good food. Dabble says, JJ Dabble says, Dang Lizard, hit me up on Discord today, dude. The only rides I trust are mustache rides. No, wait a minute. No. I read that. Let me see. The only rides I trust are those that don't move ever. There you go, Dang Lizard. Yes. Oh, you got 30 days in. 30 days in the hole. You were going there. You were going with Humble Pie, but I went Run DMC. If you find that you don't like my ways, you can send me back in 30 days. 30 days in the hole is a good song. Space Nerd, I would get 30 days here, especially because I'm not an open leftist, but we have dispensaries everywhere. Okay. All right, so why don't we do this? The Great Psych Labs. So we got a little bit of a kind of a request here for a Psych Labs. I always like go back and feature Psych Labs content. So it's that time in the show. Let me find my little thing. I got to get a proper opening for this, but it's time for some Psych Labs. BF Live, the home of Psych Labs content. Shout out to the Ding Dong and Psych Lab. So yeah, I'm going to go back and show you the one. And since someone said, I can't remember who it was, Hamhead or whoever said that they liked the one singing with Bob singing, let me pull that one up for you right here real quick. Pull that up for you. Let me go back on this. I want to pull up the Psych Labs here on my BF Live, on my YouTubers right here. There's Psych. And I'm going to go look for that song, and we're going to feature some Psych Labs content. And then I'm going to show you the latest, the newest thing that he just dropped in my mailbox. It's only about 3 hours old, the freshest. But right now, let's go back to the song that was requested in the chat. This is Bob Levy and Joey saying Ivan Midlek, Yozin Zibin, Bazin. You'll know when you see it. Here we go. Psych Labs. He done this by request, so it's going out again by request. It's Psych Labs time here on BF Live here on this great Tuesday with my chat family. Here we go. Let's go. Everybody now. What's up, Gashes? Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Everybody.
sinistra, destra, tecnici, pomeriggio, diverso, perfetto, io cenando, sempre comutata,
Everybody now. Oh, shit. Shit. I like the Joey C dancing.
Không cho sai đâu, nhà yo duyên nan pa, anh chị anh là có rất là sự cam để bị tên xe đòn lên ra đâu áp ra check yo duyên nan đi về never he don't have check tên xe đòn bị bị hộp yên ra nó sẽ so nhà yo duyên nan lên ta check yo duyên Alve bad
Yoshin, Spajin. There you go. Psych Labs. And another one. Hamhead says he sings better in Czech than he speaks English. What do you think about that, Bob? I think I agree with Hamhead. You know, you sound pretty damn clear in there. Donkey Kongton, going back on the other story, says, I'm going to get an emotional support ferret and start carrying it around. See how many people will let me into their restaurants with one of those stinking motherfuckers. There you go. I like that one. So yeah, and that's kind of the boundaries are going to be pushed, and people like Donkey Kong are going to go, really? Everybody's going to one up everyone. Space Chief 75 checked in during that and said Bob Levy is an American hero and a polka master. I agree, and you just saw it right there, brought to life by the creative talents of Psych Labs. DJ Dabbles, you are speaking gibberish to me. These guys are having a side conversation in there. JD Dabbles let us know that I'm making Bob as Taco putting on the Ritz. If y'all believe and you don't know, why don't you go? Oh, I can't wait to see that one. JJ Dabbles. Hamhead LOL. Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. I forgot that. Let me see. JJ, that is great. Let me bring him in now. We're in the middle of Psych Labs content now, but in the middle of that, I had a friend show up. He's the bro, you know, my friend and yours from the Great White North. It's Bobby Nick Havens. Yojin Spashin, Bobby Nick. How you doing today, buddy?
Not too bad. Not too bad.
All right, we're having fun. We're doing our regular thing here.
Doing it.
So thanks for joining us.
Yeah,
the chat family in like normal. Checking in with
we're having it.
Yeah, man. What's been good in the last 24 hours? Anything of note you like to talk about, or anything happen?
No, not really. Nothing too big.
Yeah.
Kahuna popped up on, I guess, Joey C's morning show yesterday. And
Did he? Like, what's going on? That I'm not really totally. I know that there was a falling out based on the things that happened leading up to DabbleCon, but I don't know all the details. I don't know what you know.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, they decided to do a work, and it didn't work. You know, so Joe. I guess the work was making Joey C look like he doesn't pay people back, right? So.
Okay, so the whole thing about the whole setup about him giving him the money or whatever for bail.
Yeah, that was
bullshit.
That was all bullshit. I got brought into it, and it was
wow.
like, okay, what are we doing here? Okay,
and so there's some. So is there dispute or confusion about whose bid it was and all that stuff?
Well, I think so.
Yeah.
I think they're kind of going back and forth. But
so. Are those guys like totally on the outs now? Like, I don't understand why he don't seem to be on the morning show. So what's going on with Kahuna now?
Yeah, I think I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna ever be on podcast again or what. If he's just done, maybe he's gone as fast as he came in.
But because of, I mean, just because of his falling out with Joey, that's it. He just lost all interest. What about No Filter and stuff?
So.
He used to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, he's been working a lot. He even before this stuff happened, he was telling me that he's probably going to have to bow for at least a little while of
Yeah.
No Filter in the lunatic lounge because of well, he's been neglecting work a little bit.
Okay.
Because
All right.
he does actually have a fucking job. And
Yeah, I mean, because I've got to know him in the chat, like a lot of these cool people, and he seems like a decent enough dude from what I got to know of him. So I didn't know like what was really at the root, the root of the falling at. They seemed like kind of bros, and they were like bonding on this whole morning show idea. And I thought they'd be lockstep for a long time. So I'm kind of surprised to see some of this.
yeah, well, yeah, I guess they worked themselves into a shoot.
Yeah, well, that's what I say. I try to. I mean, everybody else is taken, so I just come on here and try to be myself. And trying to do that work stuff is just like too much work. Actually, too much work thinking and keeping the lie up and keeping the story going. And then if everybody's not communicating right, maybe it can end messy, like it did here.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
it sucks.
Maybe we'll see Kahuna down the road at some point. Yeah, I didn't know if he was coming on air and they were like having arguments, or he was just avoiding coming on air to avoid any confrontation with Joey. I really couldn't figure out what's going on.
Well, when he went on yesterday, it was just he said, she said bullshit, and then Joey kicked him off, and I was like, fuck.
It's like the whole
that didn't accomplish nothing.
It seems like there's like a cupcake now. He's in with the cupcake crowd because you want cupcake on the channel now. No Kahuna on the channel. It's like I don't know. I'm a little pattern there. Not sure what's going on. But shout out to Kahuna Nui and American Cupcake and everybody. Joey C. The guy dancing is the best in the Yoshin Spashin video. I like that. Shout out to the cool ass 30 people that are hanging out watching BF Live. This is the midday hang. I like to try to hold down the middays here on YouTube and have fun with everybody and just hang out with the chat family. Give us all a place to gather and do some cool bits and segments, hopefully. Yeah, I played it on my music stream the other day, and I was like, yep, got to do it. Hamhead. JJ was telling me after the show, Bobby Nick, that he kind of dabbles, if you will, doing some music stuff kind of like yourself.
He does, yeah. I was talking to him yesterday, and he does a show on Twitter.
Yeah. Yep.
He's got a little thing going on there. I checked out a little bit, and yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
There you go. Everybody's always up to something cool here on social media if you just jump on here. Hey, Psych from our friend Gassos. Good job, Psych from Kathy Lander. Hamhead checks in and says, the guy dancing is Joey C. Yeah, it is. And right, it almost looks like it's actually Joey C. in life. It's so good putting that face on there. Spacey 75, I couldn't get my eyes off of him, says JJ Dabbles. Psych says, thank you. Gaseous, good day. Psych, good one. Brother from JJ Dabbles. They are glorified rat. Ooh, they are glorified rat. Bobalicious. JJ, that's how I dance. It's Spacey 75. Good morning, Bobby Nick, from my sister.
Morning, Kathy.
Nimrod checks in and says, ocean spray to you as well. Ocean spray. Well, all right. Let's see. Hudson's shirt is back on. JJ Dabbles is noticing.
Yeah.
Space Nerd, are you on X? Says our friend Dabbles. JJ, hey JJ from our friend Gaseous. Hoya from JJ Dabbles. Nimrod says people need to realize that a work needs a payoff.
Yeah, I don't know what the eventual payoff was going to be. I don't think they planned it out all the way.
Yeah, for somebody that seems to be challenged by the regular stuff in podcasting, I don't know why you would go that much further and try to like manage a work when maybe some of the regular stuff, it doesn't really come that easy to you. I don't know. It's just, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's weird. Space Chief is laughing and says, Joey's always got a plan. No, look. Whoa, look behind me. Look behind me. Look, Kahuna. This is what we're going to do, bro, okay? We're going to come up with some bullshit, okay, bro? Let's see. I saw a video on here. They slept in the car. You're talking about Joey with his travel back and forth? Is that what we're talking about?
Yeah, I think that's what she's talking about. Because yeah, they definitely did sleep in the car.
Yeah,
I think a couple of nights.
Holy shit! Sometimes that's a thing on a road trip. But let's see. Terry Nee says, "Oh, Joey didn't like the way Kahuna treated him. Joey didn't like the way Kahuna treated him in Rochester. That's interesting, Terry,
Yeah,
because
that
I
was
didn't really.
another-
I didn't really see. I don't know what went on them personally at the tables and stuff. But like when we were out with circulating and all, and I didn't really notice any kind of vibe or anything like that off of those guys. And Kahuna seemed like just the same kind of guy. So it must have been their dynamic because he wasn't shitty to me. He seemed like the outgoing kind of pleasant person that he is on all the shows, Bobby, when I met him in person.
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, but yeah, Joey was saying that he was yelling at Kahuna was yelling at him.
Wow.
Wow. In the car or something like that. I think that's what I remember hearing.
Oh shit.
So I don't
Terry
know.
Nee has a comment. He says, "It's Bobby Nick. He chases everyone away. Damn Canadians."
Yeah, it's all me. It's all
Fucking
me, Terry.
Canadians. Oh, bitch. Let me see. Oh, Donkey Kongton says Big Kahuna is working right now. He isn't sure for certain whether he'll be back or not, but he definitely won't be back around for the next week or so. And that's a note from our friend Donkey Kongton. Bones up from our friend Matt 666. We'll get into a little bit, try to get into a little Perry talk today because we don't have a guest, so we'll probably flow through the show a little bit. As a matter of fact, when we're doing psych content right now, I showed you the Yosin Zbajan, I showed you that kind of remake song, and then we're going to get into a new piece of psych content, and then we're going to go into Perry talk. Matt getting the donkey bones up from Matt. Matt also says smokes up to Bobby Nick. To you, Bobby Nick.
Them rights, Matt. Good to see you,
Joey
Matt.
seems very volatile, says our friend Blumels, the Flint Slayer. Whoa, hey, I resemble that remark. What is that shit? Hey, what are you saying that? Hey, why you got to say that? Yes. Hello, Bobby Nick from Blumels, the Flint Slayer.
Hello, Blumels.
A work without an end game is just a lie. So it's like the show Lost. It's like an incomplete story. Okay. So we're caught up in the chat now. I'm so glad to have another friend join us, Bobby Nick. We got Bobby Nick friends on screen. We got friends in the chat. We got content coming from Psych Labs, and we're doing it here. Right here on BF Live in the middays, like we always do. Happy to have everybody here and happy to be doing this. Okay, so let's get into the next piece of Psych Labs content, the newest and the freshest. It's 3 hours old. That's how fresh it is. You can smell the freshness off of it. Okay, so Psych Labs, this home of Psych Labs, BF Live right here. Thank you for letting me always kind of show your content here and brag about you guys. So here it is, Psych Labs, the newest, the greatest, the latest from Psych Labs. Here's a mix of Perry as Bob Levy, or Bob as Perry, whatever way you want to look at it. And then this is going to lead us right into our Perry Talk segment. We're going to do segues and talk about it, but here you go. Here's a little Bob and Perry. That's going to lead us to even more Perry. Psych Labs, new face swap video, new joint, BF Live.
No, well, don't make a face like that because you're off fucking. Psych's my friend. Okay, moving on. Okay, smoking is allowed in my apartment.
Yes, he had the Viking hat on last night. Yeah, I saw when he put the green drink in and he had to put the green machine in the Viking hat for a little bit. I wanted him to put it in the horns, but let's see what Sykes got here. I love how he fits, how somehow he squeezes Bob's face in under Perry's jacked up beard.
Smoke wings over 75. Picture of a cigarette for $5. Take for the $5. Wow. Hot Amy is now a full-time member of PCL. Congratulations, Jim, on an amazing hire. Jim is worth every penny. Amy is smoking. Amy, call me. A picture of a smile with a one eye shut and a little heart, red heart, coming out of that looks like a red pepper, possibly, if not a what type of vegetable looks like that? Anywho, a bones and a lit cigarette. Now, fuck all the stupidity on the screen. There is no fucking smoking allowed in this apartment ever.
Oh yeah,
ever,
Bob.
Ever again. You fucking understand me, Bob Levy? No fucking smoking in my apartment again.
You understand me, Bob Levy? I was watching this last night when he went off too, and Bob wasn't even the topic, but just because he was talking about smoking, right away he goes right after Bob.
The fucking bitch that robbed us all shall never be an employee in my home or on my stream. Loser, bitch.
How dare you think I'm going to hire a tramp like her? And Jim, dude, I want you out of my life for good.
This is both voices.
Oh.
Phil Morris Incorporated. Oh, no. For $20. Thank you, Phil Morris Incorporated, Mr. Caravello. And order placed by Mr. Bob Levy for a pallet of 1,000 cartons of cigarettes will be delivered to your home just prior to his next visit. A separate order will be delivered to your new Florida condo on 12/12/24. I'm not moving on any fucking 12/12/24. That's the anniversary dinner when my dad died. There's no way I'm leaving this fucking
I can hear
house
both.
to go to fucking Florida on 12/12/24. On 12/12/24, I'm not even in this fucking town. You motherfucker, go to hell! Get off of my damn street!
This is demonic.
We're done with
Yeah,
this
it is.
fucking show, you cocksuckers!
Yeah, because his face is changing in and out, Bobby Nick, during
Sit
it.
down. Sit down.
Fuck you! Fuck all of you! Get out of my life! Stream is over! Computer is off! I'm done with this shit!
It's like Bob is
You
actually a creep
cocksucker.
living in him and coming out. There you go. That was trippy, Bobby Nick. You're right. That's funny that you said it was demonic because hearing that double voice and seeing the faces coming in and out, I'm like, wow, that's kind of an effect right there. That was really cool.
Yeah, that's crazy.
There you cool. So that's the freshest and the latest. How about this? There's a couple 28 people in the. I see they pass through at some point. I hope you hit the like button on your way in and way out. I certainly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button. It's absolutely free. You're watching BF Live here today, Streamshow 135. I do this on the middays. You're watching on my YouTube channel, BF Live. You can hit subscribe for free there. You're also watching it on my Rumble as well as my personal Facebook. So thanks everybody that's joining us today. I'm going to read a couple of these chats, Bobby Nick. We're just about up to the 1:30 time here on the East Coast where I'm at, which is typically our piss break time. So I think what we'll do, we're going to read some comments. We'll take our piss break, and after that, we'll get into some Perry talk, my friend. All right. Let's see. Donkey Kongton says, a work without an end game is just a lie. Nimrob agreed, and he says, absolutely, Donkey. Dead Fool checks in and says, a work without an end game, an end is my life. A work without end is my life. Shout out, Dead Fool, man. I know you're a hardworking dude from what I can tell from what you told us in the chat. And I know you're a busy guy all the time, but I hope you're taking care of yourself as well. Hitting that right balance, Dead Fool. Donkey Kongton says, cheers, Nimrob and Matt. Bones up, buddy. Donkey Kongton shouts out, laughing at the Dead Fool. Cheers, Dead Fool from Donkey Kongton. Widow Killer checks in. He says, now I need to see the reverse of this. So Bob is Perry, Perry is Bob. Let's see. Is he working? Says Bone with Defense Alarm. Gastus checks in and says, y'all help the rest of the workday go by. Thank you, Gastus.
There you go.
That's what I dream to do every day. That is the goal of coming here on BF Live every day, Monday through Friday, 12 to 3, is that I want to be that kind of our base for the middays kind of here, you know, on YouTube and for the chat family. And also, thank you for letting me know that. We're having a good time here. We're doing it today.
We're doing it.
All right. So I think we're caught up with that. So why not, since we are caught up with the chat, and it is close enough to it, I don't want to kind of try to do Perry talk and then rush off for the pitch break. So why don't we do this? Everybody grab a drink, grab a smoke, maybe grab a snack, grab a friend, and let them know that there's more fun to be had. The whole second half of BF Live is about to go down. Another at least hour and a half. I'll take you up to the 3 o'clock hour here on the East Coast of the United States. But right now I'm going to run it because I think I need a piss break. So I'll see you all on the other side of this in 2.5 minutes for more fun, starting with Perry Talk here on BF Live right after this.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah, think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
Are you way too old to play with toys but like to collect bobbleheads?
Placed one on a dresser with the bobbleheads. And then for some reason, I didn't bring it with me to my bed. It's at my aunt's house. I got to go get that thing.
Get the new Hackverse action figures. Ray's secret Discord store has all the Hackverse action figures you could ever want. We got them all. We got the Stuttering John action figure. It's hard to get one over on him. A millionaire genius drinking in his cat shit-filled apartment. We got the bad guy, also known as Hot Dog Man. You're a hack. Bicycles sold separately. We got the Quad Father struggling to reach the top shelf. But watch out, Stevie Lou, here comes new Portello with his nunchucks. And we even got the Zoomox. Buy now and get a free Kate Meanie toy coming and going in a lot of shapes and sizes.
Of course. And she's got the sex toys. I'm going to get some sex toys too. How about that on top of it? I will be the sex toy comedian.
You thought we were finished, we're not. Of course, we also got all the classic Hack Pack action figures. We got the Tickle Me Shuli that just smokes weed all day and laughs.
Hey, buddy.
And with the flip of a switch, he turns into Shuli the Snake. We got the Soul Patch silent mic that never says anything no matter how often you press its button. And last but not least, we got the Reverend Bob Levy. He just constantly smokes like a chimney, but watch out or he'll throw a drink in your face. He's dead. He's alive. He's two things and two things are better than one. Pack of smokes sold separately.
All that and more in Ray's secret Discord store. Official sponsor of the Tookie World Order. Ray can't be associated with that.
Get the KB action figure, new and exclusive on Ray DeVito's secret Discord store. Ray's Discord store. He can't be associated with that. Well, that's what it is.
I just can't be associated with that. I just don't want my name attached to it.
Ray DeVito's Discord store. Or we got the meats for all the poor. Ray can be associated with that. And Carlos Danger is fun.
There you go. It's the Ray DeVito store. We're back after the piss break and those messages from the Ray DeVito merch store. Carlos catching shrapnel there, Bobby Nick at the end. And Carlos is fat.
Well, it is fact. He is fact.
There you go. Matt saying psych 666. Terry Nee has got the thumbs up and he's laughing. There you go. He is him and Scott Fitzpatrick. They're the holdouts. Can't reach the top shelf. That's 100% fucked up. That's great. Yeah. 100%. Can't reach the top shelf. That's 100% fucked up, says Matt. And accurate. And that's why it's funny. Ray's a good egg. Just a little scrambled inside, but good. And he's, I don't know. He's no yolk, if you know what I mean there, Terry Nee. Ray is no yolk. All right. Well, why don't we get into this? I said that I was going to have some Perry stuff after this. So yeah, you saw the Psych and Psych Labs Bob and Perry mix, and I thought, what better way to make a segue to mix things together than go from a mix of Bob and Perry right into Perry. So I'm going to run this, and we're going to do it. We'll go to Twitter X. We're going to talk about the latest and the greatest from Perry Caravello Live because the show went down last night. A matter of fact, Psych's video was freshest from that show last night. So let's get down to it. We'll go to Twitter X and talk all about it right here on my segment called Perry Talk. That's right. This is Perry Talk here on BF Live Stream Show 135. You're watching and or listening to today. So last night, so everybody knows about the ongoing. If you're regular watchers of Perry Caravello, you know that the guitar, the famous guitar from his famous friend with all the signatures on it, was stolen from the Amazon driver, and now it's been in Hot Amy's possession. It's kind of been all over the place. So I have the latest because it's been all over the place, and the reports are constantly changing. I have the latest breaking news, guitar news from Perry Caravello last night. So you will be up to date too and know the latest. And shout out, this is from Jim PCL on YouTube. Shout out to the boss, Jim PCL.
This just in. We got a report that infamous Lothario and popular local musician Bobby Ferreira's guitar has been stolen. Apparently, local man Perry Caravello hired a group of thugs to stage a robbery for insurance fraud purposes. Perry Caravello is currently on the run hiding from police. Police approached Perry Caravello's location, but found it was a local homosexual nightclub called Sea Friends. Apparently, Perry frequents this bar with tartar sauce and entices men for a sexual act in the bathroom he calls hot dogs and tartar sauce. We were able to interview Perry's boyfriend, a local drag queen named Beazle. Beazle claims to have seen a transaction between Perry's hired thugs and a local buyer. The identities of the three men involved still remain mystery.
Yes, Jello. My name is Beazle. I am Perry Caravello's main squeeze. We makes the love every night. He is gentle louver. Did you know he can finish three times in same condom? Very sexy. What was question? Oh, yes. I saw his
That's one of the
guitar.
things he brags about,
Two
Bob.
men in masks were showing this guitar to another white man. This white man was right. He had hair and eyes. I think he wore
And
clothes.
eyes.
But back to my boyfriend, Perry. Did you know he loves me? He sends me flowers every day. So cute. He showed me this fun trick he calls tartar sauce und hot dogs. It may smell weird, but it does feel incredible. He isn't ashamed of me. He will deny it, but I love him.
Sources have reported that the police are hot on the trail. They have been canvassing all of Los Angeles in shifts tracking down this guitar, estimated worth $5,000. Perry Caravello is considered armed and dangerous. His weapon of choice is a skateboard with an ice skate embedded in it. So please, if you see him, do not attempt to apprehend him yourself. Contact Officer William Farrell, and he will take down your information. The LAPD held a press conference earlier today, and this is what they had to say.
Good evening, y'all. We got the murderers and the thieves to get to today. This gonna be quick like. You see? We know everyone is worried about this here stupid guitar, but let me tells you something, folks. Now I may not be knee-highs to the grass, hoppa no mow, but that don't mean eyes can't see the fields for the trees. Let me tell you what. This here guitar is the most important case we's got right now. We's got 30 officers on the case. We gots to protect this here Amazon driver, y'all. We gots a whole squad of officers watching him at all times. We's afraid that Perry Caravello gonna show up like the old swamp cat that he is and try to do something. That scum buzzard must be stopped.
Perry Caravello's thugs have not been located either. Unfortunately, the eyewitness to the transaction was too busy bragging about his husband Perry's sexual prowess and couldn't focus long enough to give any further of an accurate description.
Lies.
Lieutenant William Farrell addressed one of our reporters' concerns that this seems like an excessive use of police manpower, to which he replied, "Shut your hole, woman, and make me some cornbread." Officer Farrell continues his speech.
This here Perry Caravello and his thugs done been terrorizing this here community for decades. I got's my best man on the case, y'all. No worries, y'all. I'ma go ahead and send Officer Lawrence to investigate this here problem. You see, Perry can't hide forever from Officer Lawrence. Once he gets wind o' that trail, he won't stops till he's got his man. The guitar was rumored to be heading to Chicago, but we's can't confirm nor denies that right now. By the way, ma'am, sorry about that cornbread joke. It's just my backwater Louisiana corn pone ways. Nice dress. Would you like to get a drink after this?
What the fuck?
Yeah. Fantastic. Press conference ended, y'all.
Here at Fox News, we will keep you updated on all the latest information regarding this case. If you'd like to assist LAPD, please ask for Officer Lawrence or Lieutenant William Farrell. In other news, 7-Up has been linked to upset stomachs across the United States. Scientists have composed several double-blind studies to determine that Sprite is indeed the best stomach settler next to ginger ale.
Hell yeah.
And with that, we'll be right back.
There you go. That's Jim PCL produced that.
Holy crap! What did he do that with?
That was epic. I'm not sure what his software's means are, but yeah, shout out to Jim PCL. He is the boss, although Perry tries to deny it. He goes by Jim PCL on YouTube, and that's where you can find that cool clip right there. So that's kind of my first kind of opening salvo in this Perry Talk segment here on BF Live. So let's go to Twitter X now and see some of the stuff they posted last night. And I'll share that with you. Yes, Perry got many deliveries last night. He got like food. He got litter. He got a selection. They did something kind of cool where they had him taste the 5 different Dave's Hot Chicken. They did Dave's Hot Chicken Roulette last night. They sent him 5 sandwiches. I think 2 of them were hot and 3 of them were mild. And they said they would give him $100 to bite into them. And then ultimately, of course, Tom had him take a bite out of pretty much every one of them. But you can imagine how much he pitched a bitch about that. So let's see what we have on here that we can share with you. So yes, that went down last night. Let's show you this clip right here. Oh, yes, we always start off the show. Perry is always notoriously late and gay for the show. So when he's late, it only encourages us in the chat to come up with stuff to have fun to pass the time. And a lot of time what we do is we do like the rest in peace, this one, rest in peace, that one. Everybody's kind of dead and all. So Perry started off the show acknowledging some of the people that have passed. Let's see.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have some very sad news to announce to everybody today. Okay, I've got a list of folks that have passed. The first 2 that I'm going to mention is Simon Cowell. Died a few hours ago earlier
Simon
today.
Cowell, Bobby, Nick.
Simon Cowell from America's Got Talent.
Damn.
And Europe's Got Talent and other places that have talent.
Simon.
And to go along with Simon Cowell passing, Charlie Sheen.
Oh, Bobby.
The late, great Charlie Sheen from one of the funniest TV shows ever on TV.
Yep. Tiger Blood.
2.5 Men passed away.
Damn.
And we all know what Charlie passed away from.
What?
That's that sad disease called AIDS.
He said AIDS.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, I have some very sad news to announce to everybody today. Okay, I've got a list of folks that have passed. The first 2 that I'm going to mention is Simon Cowell.
Simon Cowell. There you go. All right, so there you go, Bobby, Nick. So it's funny because I think Tom B, shout out Tom B and Garrett and everybody over there. Tom B tracked down the site one day and he said, Perry, what is this site that you get all of these celebrity deaths off of, bro? And he gets one of these clickbait things that are at the bottom of your page, those things that are sponsored, Bobby, Nick, that you should never probably click on, right?
Yeah.
It sounds like Perry gets all his shit like off of them. He don't even go like double check or and check any reputable sites. So he's gone on many times with many of these what he thought were breaking like celebrity deaths, and it turns out none of them are dead. Perry gave Charlie Sheen the AIDS.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, I didn't say it. Widow Killer said it. Donkey Kongton says, great work from our friend Psych. Psych was, let's see. Let's catch up with a couple of these because Psych says, I'm so mad I screwed that one up. I guess I'm a little rusty from my break I took, LOL. Well, Psych, it was pretty good, man. And, you kind of put the chocolate in the peanut butter and that me and Bobby got the cool effect out of that, bro. Like almost the doubling, and they were who's taking over who at what point in the conversation. So maybe you can have fun with that little kind of faux pas or folks pass, if you will, there, Psych. But I thought it was cool, man. I like to hear him like both I could hear it through my headphones. I could hear both voices at the same time. But there you go. That's my take on that. Space Nerd says, I love Dave's hot chicken. What do you think, Perry? You like that shit?
Shut the fuck up.
Well, Space Nerd likes it. I didn't say it. Wait a minute, Lieutenant William Ferrell. Yes, and I like how it says it multiple times. It says, really no relation to Will Ferrell. Yes, Lieutenant Will Ferrell was in that video. Perry is like a cat person without a cat.
Shut the fuck up.
Okay, I just said it. Space Nerd, no, not Charlie Sheen. Yes, Space Nerd. There's been the beginning of so many shows. So yeah, we'll throw Mike Lindell. Rocky, Sylvester Stallone. Everybody. People that are still alive, people that are dead, and he might not have picked up on it yet. We just throw them all out there. Yesterday, it was a lot of fun. We were doing it last night. Perry gave Charlie Sheen AIDS. We got that one earlier. Great work from our friend Psych, who's self-defecating over there. Psych says, not really, but thanks, Donkey. I'll be fixing that one when I'm off work. Well, there you go, Psych. And I will admit that I was a little rusty after my time off, bro. My clicks and my timing and preparing these shows in a timely manner wasn't coming to me either. So I relate to that remark. I resemble that remark. Does break equal jail? Are we talking about Kahuna in jail? Is that what we're talking about? Break? Is that we're still talking about taking a break? I'm not sure. Let's see.
I'm going to jail.
Maybe it is. And Space Nerd's laughing. Okay, so we saw that other one. He opened the show with what he thought was breaking news with the celebrity deaths. Now, we're going to get into a little bit of the Dave's hot thing because, he notoriously doesn't like Sprite. He says it's terrible for his stomach, and he detests anything hot. So he really doesn't like Dave's hot chicken, and I'm surprised he even let it into place. So like I said, I don't know how much they'll get into it in this short clip, but that's what they did. They presented him with 5 sandwiches, and they had him play roulette for $100. He had to bite into like one of the sandwiches. So I'm going to show you a clip of that. Normally I watch everything before posting, but I said, nah, LOL. Yeah, I think we've all made that mistake in a hurry there, Psych. Don't beat yourself up too much, brother. It was a lot of fun, and you gave us a lot of laughs, and you're a creative dude, man. So don't beat yourself, but I know you sound like you're like me, man, where I beat myself up over the littlest shit that goes wrong, even though 90% goes right. So try not to take it too hard on yourself, and let's have some fun and laugh right now. Don't worry about it right now. Laugh right now and watch Perry try some Dave's hot chicken from last night's stream.
Never! Never!
Starting with this one.
And I like how he told Tom told Garrett live. He's like, Garrett, this is the point where you cut the video because after all this protesting, the next thing you're going to see is Perry actually trying the chicken. So here we go.
Oh, God.
Dave's hot chicken sandwich roulette.
Moving on.
Fuck you. No,
Moving on to the next one. Moving on to the next one.
No, 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 no.
That's baby talk. Oh, he throws up.
No way! Never! Never! Never!
Oh, look at this Academy Award
Let's get back
shit.
to the next one.
Fuck you!
Fuck you! Look, you're taking a bite of everyone, Bob. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh.
Thought I needed to take a dump, but it was just a fart.
That happened like 3 times last night, so there you go. He farted a couple times and thought he had to fart. I thought he had to dump, but he only farted. So last night, he's always getting shit. So last night he got deliveries. He got Dave's hot chicken. He even had like this, he got kitty litter delivered that he refused to take in, but Tom made him bring it in. So look, I got the cat box set up with the litter in it and the dead cat in it that that he killed. The skeleton of the cat that he killed. His friend's cat that died when it was under his care. So there you go. He got that last night. So it says the carpet matches the litter. It certainly does. Look at that, Bob. It's like the same color and same green and quality. Look at that. Fucking Perry looks like he lives in a litter box. Holy shit.
Damn.
There you go. By the now famous Shop Vac. Okay, so then at the end of the stream last night, let's see. Okay. We'll do this one because they kind of showed them out of order. I want to show them in this order, in the order they happen. So here's another thing. A man of conviction, a man of disgust. Here's Perry trying more stuff. Watch this.
I said no! I said I'm not eating tonight!
I like his shirt that says, I have a little seaman on my shirt. You see that, Bobby Nick?
Yeah.
And it's like a Navy guy.
I'm not eating.
Not eating anymore.
This is
Oh, that looks actually
it's like
pretty nice.
sushi.
You can take a bite of the sushi. That's actually a nice.
I'm not eating! Fuck you! Fuck you! Fuck you! I'm not eating a goddamn thing! You son of a bitch! No! Fucking way! No! I said no! I said I'm not eating tonight anymore! Fucking phone! Son of a bitch, leave me alone!
Because you were such an animal, you are going to take a bite of the sushi. You don't have to eat the
No!
rest of it.
Wrong!
No, fuck off! Get the fucking out! Get the motherfucking out!
There it is, Bob. Eat the sushi. And there he's eating the sushi anyway.
Really good.
And it's really good.
Yeah, it was. I'm a man of my conviction and I'm a man of my disgust.
So it was worth tantruming as a child.
I said no!
And that's Perry. Wow. It's amazing, just the repetition, how he'll just refuse and go off and say no, I'm cutting off the stream, and then it always ends up like that. A few minutes later, says Big Boss. He knows what's up. He knows what goes on. Space Nerd is laughing. In his younger days, he kind of reminds me of a Stephen Wright. Boy, that was a crazy kind of comedian back in this day, Bobby Nick. That really dry Stephen Wright dude. He'd come out, just kind of stare at people. I don't know if you remember him. Guy with the real wild, kinky hair, kind of partially bald in the front. Stephen Wright. He was wild. A few minutes later, we got that. Dang Lizard says, Perry seems not yet convinced to do a Sesame Street kids show explaining gay love. Oh, him and Tukey. That would be funny. Gotta roll. My kids still don't have school till fucking next Tuesday. Have a good one, everyone. Take care of your health. Take care of your kids, brother. And yeah, you're welcome anytime here on BF Live. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. And thanks for being cool and hanging out and having a great time with us. Just talking yesterday, bro. Have a great day, JJ Dabbles. Good luck on your health. Best wishes on your health, buddy. His looks, not his attitude. Talking about Stephen Wright.
Yeah.
Stephen Wright is my favorite. Yeah, because they're two different things. Like Stephen Wright had that kind of like didn't even care, dry, like duh delivery. And Perry is just like a fucking nutcase. I've said this before, but Perry during his meth days must have been an absolute demon. Shivers. Yeah, like I understand he used to do coke back in the day and stuff. He'll let you know that he was like, imagine that, Bobby Nick, like him on coke. Holy shit.
Not good. Not good.
JJ Dabbles says thank you and talk to you later. He also says Space Nerd, me too, and Mitch Hedberg. Yeah, we featured Mitch in a BF Live liftoff reel a couple shows ago, and I love that line where he says about a king size bed. I don't know any kings, but if everyone come over, he would be comfortable. Boy, do I have something just for you. And he would say, what'd he say? I would sleep in my twin bed and wonder where my brother was. My other brother was. Mitch is amazing, says Space Nerd. Blummel's Defense Lawyer says, Nerd, I knew we got along. Donkey Kongton says, I disagree with BF. Beat the shite out of yourself, psych. It can only make you better. Okay. Well, and Donkey, you might hear me coping through that because even though I say that, I still kind of do what Psych does, and what you're saying is that I'll beat myself up over the littlest things. If I say a word wrong, if I started a bit wrong or didn't get, I do all that stuff. So I get better by beating myself up too. So you're not wrong about that. Space Nerd is laughing at Donkey Kongton. Jab Dabble says, boy, do I have a surprise for you. Blummel's Defense Lawyer says, I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to. That's right. That's a good old classic line too. I used to do drugs. I still do, but I used to. Gasha says Coke help ease Perry's butt for gay sex. Is that true, Perry?
Shut the fuck up.
I didn't say it. Gasha said it. Psych says, thanks, nerd. I appreciate that. Be like perfect, which I know isn't achievable, but I can tell my brain that. Dabble says, Blummel's not the classic too. So many. Psych says, haha, I'm with you, Donkey. Donkey is giving the love back. Nerd says, I got to see him in 2000. I think you got to see him in 2000. I think. Yeah, what is nice, Blumels, is that we generally have the same sense of humor. Don't do drugs, okay? Drugs are bad, okay? Poppers, Peppy, peace, says our friend JJ Dabbles. Okay, so let's see. I think I got one more clip that I want to share with you. We are in the middle of Perry Talk here on this episode of BF Live. So last night, near the end of the show, some more news came in last night about who might be involved and with what is the latest with Perry's guitar. This is the latest and greatest. They kind of dropped, and you're going to kind of know and recognize this person. And Perry certainly does too here on Perry Caravello Live's Perry Talk here that I'm doing here on my show, BF Live today. I want to remind everybody to please go over there, and they're being so cool. Go ahead and subscribe over to PCL, Perry Caravello Live. You can be shop vac level for $4.99 per month, or you can be like me and be credenza level for $9.99 a month and see anything anytime you want to. So please member up, and big ups to Perry Caravello Live, and thank you them for letting me kind of do this little segment that I like to do here on BF Live. I was looking for the picture so I could post it. There you go. That's what we were watching last night. That's where this is from. This was from last night's Perry Caravello Live, which you can see on Mondays. Monday Night PCL on YouTube. Perry Caravello Live on YouTube. Please member up over there. Okay. Thank you for the private. Thank you for the message. Let me take this down, and I'm going to show you this last video. Shout out PCL, Perry Caravello Live, PCL for Life, 666, and Bones Up. Here you go. It's Corey.
Hey, Perry, sorry to interrupt your stream like this. It's me, Corey Feldman, of course. You know, you really insulted me when you made fun of my guitar playing skills, but my friend Amy...
Bobby, that voice is so fucking on, man.
Yeah.
Like, and I know Corey has like blocked people and responded to Perry and some stuff, so it makes it kind of plausible. Man, this fucking voice is so dead on.
Oh, really?
Made it up to me in a big way, and I just want to tell her thanks.
You got the...
Yeah, like Perry went online and said something about these shitty guitar solos that he's doing, bro, that I played yesterday when he's not doing any fingering. He said something, and he also, I think he said something about, because he always likes to say that him and Corey skateboarded when they were younger, and Corey went online and says, Perry, stop going online and telling people we used to skateboard together, bro. We never did that. So Corey has actually responded to Perry Caravello Live.
Guitar, motherfucker.
You're welcome, Corey. Thanks for the VIP seats at your
I'll start it over since I talked over it.
Hey, Perry, sorry to interrupt your stream like this. It's me, Corey Feldman, of course. You know, you really insulted me when you made fun of my guitar playing skills, but my friend Amy made it up to me in a big way, and I just want to tell her thanks.
You got the guitar, motherfucker.
You're welcome, Corey. Thanks for the VIP.
So that's Perry's
seats at your
punishment for making
concert.
fun of Corey.
Brian and I had a wonderful time. Enjoy the guitar.
Oh, you fucking whore. You motherfucking whore. So now Corey Feldman has the guitar.
Seriously, Perry, you were right about one thing. This guitar was a very lovable gift from Amy to me. Thanks for coming to my concert, Amy. You're an inspiration.
That's my guitar, motherfucker! You're not a comedian! You're not even a musician!
Hey, Amy, I autographed the back of the guitar just like you asked. I'm kind of loving this thing. I
Oh,
think
look.
I'll just keep it for a while.
They got the guitar in there with all the autographs on it.
How in the hell did Corey Feldman get to have a meeting with that whore, my sister-in-law, to get that guitar? Well, now that Corey Feldman has
my
the guitar,
darling Corey, you can borrow the guitar for a little while longer. But remember, that is my property, and I expect it back. I have lots of plans for that piece of junk, and thanks for signing it for me. At least now, there's a real guitarist signature on there. Can you send a picture to that idiot, Tom B?
Ooh.
I want Perry to see it,
Sure thing, Amy. I sent it over to Tom. Perry, this is me backstage at my concert in San Bernardino the other night. Amy is taking the picture. I signed it to Amy just like she asked. I think I actually made it more valuable.
Let me see this picture, you sick bastards.
Oh, wait a minute.
That's the guitar.
Oh, the back of it.
You wrote to, wait. It says to Amy Liberante. How fucking dare you? I demand that guitar back, Corey Feldman. That's my guitar, motherfucker! It's time you get arrested now.
Hey, Amy, I autographed the back of the guitar just like you asked. But honestly, I'm kind of loving this thing. I think I might just keep it for a while. I'll bring it back to you when I'm done. Love you to pieces, babe.
And there you have it. So that is the latest. Now Corey has it. See, that's what happens. Perry went on air, Bobby. He made fun of Corey Feldman's guitar playing and stuff. And so Hot Amy gave Corey Feldman the guitar to get back at Perry. That is the latest. Love this guitar saga stuff, says our friend, the Big Boss. It is funny how they just turned into whole. I can't believe it because we would like beg for him to like take it out and strum it, let us look at it, and he would get so mad about it. Boy, I bet he wishes he had it now. And to think that they kind of conned him into having a Amazon guy take it and this whole story. This is a work. This is a good proper work. So that's the good stuff here. That is the end of this segment. That was for my show today. That was Perry Caravello Live's Perry Talk segment here on BF Live today. Let's get on to some other fun stuff. That was Perry Talk. All right, I hope you all had fun with that. Once then, be cool of you if you think you'd like to get into that and you want to see more of the old stuff or behind the scenes stuff or see things anytime you want to. Go over there and member up on Perry Caravello Live on YouTube. Like I said, $4.99 and $9.99 are the levels. And thanks to everybody over there. Big Boss loves this guitar saga stuff. Yeah, the fact that they have turned this all in this is gold, man. This is brilliant. You're seeing just great, cool, fun podcasting happen. And we have a lot of fun in the chat, just kind of poking it and egging it on and talking about it, man. It's just good, clean fun, man. I prefer Judy in the Skies with Glasses to Lucy in the Sky with the Judy in the Sky with Glasses. Big Boss says, oh, I don't think I know this Judy. I was close with Lucy years ago, but the bitch burned me. Yes, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, a loose reference to, not so loose reference to LSD back in the day. All right, why don't we do this? Maybe we'll get it to work again. Bobby Nick's not right here now, but I'm sure he'll be back in a minute. How about if I run over to my horoscope studios? I'll look into my crystal ball. I'll get my porn/horoscope music ready. You guys throw your signs in, and we'll do BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings that we couldn't get around to yesterday due to technical difficulties. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Readings. That's right, they're working today, folks. No technical difficulties today. Nothing stopping me from letting you know what the stars hold in mind for you and me with BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. So I'm going to go to the chat right now. I'm going to play my porn/horoscope music slave in the background to set the mood, a soulful mood, if you will. I'll look into my crystal ball, and I go and I'll see the first one. Let's catch up. Let's see. That's quite all right. I'm fucking ripped. Half a joint of this Soap X ZBX. I usually smoke 2 joints at a time, and I just had to put this motherfucker down. You had to back up off of it and sit your cup down? Okay, well, hang out and watch put your horoscope in there, your sign in there, and I'll read it to you. Don't sleep on James Loud's genetics, says our friend Donkey Kongington, making me itch. LOL, says Blumos. All right, and Gas is the first one to check in with Capricorn. This is for all my Capricornies or my Capricornies. Right here on BF Live. I believe that Deadful is a Capricorn, if I'm not mistaken. Many of you, let's see. So let's go on to Capricorn. This is for Gaseous and all of our Capricorn friends today. BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. Hey Capricorn, Today is a 9. I hope you're having a 9 today, Gaseous. Keep advancing your health and fitness goals, even when your enthusiasm fades. Long-term improvements take regular, small steps. Results may seem invisible, but they're growing. Do you relate to that? Do you resemble that remark in any way, Gaseous? I hope that works out for you and works for you today. It sounds like if you're working on your health and fitness goals, that would really be something. I hope you are. Long-term improvements take by taking regular small steps. You might not think you're doing something, but keep it up because you're doing it. You are doing it, apparently. That's today as a 9. So that's for my Capricorn friend Gaseous and all the Capricorns joining us today on BF Live. Space Nerd checks in and says, Leo, please. This is for the lovely Space Nerd, the lovely DJ Electra, Tiffany Washington, all of our lovely Leos joining us today here on BF Live. Hey, Leos, let's read this horoscope. Today is a 8 for my Leos. Gather to strategize team priorities, Leo. So you got to gather your team. Share and connect for a wider view during ongoing changes. Provide a stabilizing influence and focused on shared objectives. That means get your team together, share your ideas together, but you're going to be the one that's really going to make it right because you're going to provide a stabilizing influence. You're going to be the one that says, nah, we ain't going that way. We doing it like this. So go ahead and provide that influence and focus on your shared objectives as you're doing it. And that's for our Leos. Have a great 8 kind of day. Leos. Pisces would be niceys for my friend Lisa's checking in for Pisces and all the Pisces today. The lovely Lisa, you get it. Pisces. Today is a 7, Lisa. Focus on maintaining domestic harmony. That means don't rock your boat at home, I guess. Despite changes, keep cleaning the messes. That sounds like a metaphor, almost like not literal messes. Stay current with your chores or risk being overwhelmed. Discover unexpected treasure and try new flavors. All right. So it does sound like maintaining domestic harmony. It almost sounds like it has a dual meaning to me. So I'm going to say focus on maintaining your domestic harmony, socially and otherwise, but also keep cleaning those messes, those metaphorical messes maybe. Stay current with your chores. So keep up on your life, keep paddling, just keep swimming, and have a great one, Pisces. Lisa checks in and says, Pisces. Oh, Matt checks in also. So Pisces works for both of you. Pisces, please, I'm going camping tomorrow, so let's hear a good one. Well, I hope that one worked for you. Maintain that domestic harmony. Keep cleaning them messes. Stay with your current chores and get that camping trip in. I hope you have a great one, Matt. Blumels checks in and says, any bulls in the house? No one does it like the bull. And I know just enough to know that that's Taurus. So let's do Taurus for the bulls in the chat today. Hey, Taurus, today is a 9. Changes could leave a chaotic mess. A bargain, in air quotes, it says, could have hidden costs. Oh, you got to watch those things that look too good to be true on the surface. You try to take the cheap way out as far as the more expensive, maybe consistent or trusted way. So watch for that. Spontaneous action can land a lucrative opportunity. Interesting. Quickly evaluate and launch. Awesome. There you go. Oh, sounds like you're about to launch right now. So there you go. That's for the Tauruses. Changes could leave. Okay, we get it. Changes could leave a chaotic mess. Watch out for that bargain because those hidden bargains are not, they're not always, it seems like it's too good to be true. May our mothers always used to say to us, it probably is. But watch out for that spontaneous action that can land you a lucrative opportunity. So be looking out for that, Taurus. And today is a 9, so I hope you have a great one today. That's for all the bulls in the house. I may have spelled it wrong. That's okay. I don't test here, and I don't take marks off for spelling, so it's all good, Lisa, as long as I understand you. The big boss man is throwing out some kind of emoji that I can't make out. Is that a Band-Aid? What is that? Is that a read? I don't know. I can't make that one out. I don't see that one much. Never let me know. Thank you, BF. No, thank you, Lisa. I hope that helped you. Big Boss says, finally completed repairs today from that fucking hurricane weeks ago. Whoa.
Oh, man.
I'm so glad that you guys are okay and you're still dealing with that. That's no joke. And best wishes on that is all I can say, man. You can't it's not nice to fool Mother Nature. You can't mess with Mother Nature. So all you can do is respond, man. So best wishes on that. None of you guys remember Judy in Disguise with Glasses? It's not coming to me right now while doing the live show. You remember? Does that sound like a song, Bobby Nick? Did you know? Judy in the Sky with Glasses?
No. Judy in the Sky.
Judy in the Sky with Glasses. I'm looking it up. John Fred and his Judy in the... Okay, let me see. Oh, maybe. Let me see. I'll try to play a little bit of that. Let me know if this is it. I'll have to see. Oh, let me share it. That would help.
Judy?
Oh, there you go. Probably heard it, but I couldn't recall this.
Yeah, I don't.
All right. There you go.
Oh. Interesting.
Learn something new every day, like I say on BF Live. Donks Ludes, question mark. Fortune cookie. Cookie. Me like cookie. Cookie good. I haven't seen Lemon's 704 since 1995, and it was old as fuck then, says Big Boss. Thanks, Bobby. Nice of you to say, Big Boss. Well, come on, man. Come on, man. Let's see. DiCaprio, get that leaves. Get that leaves. All I remember is Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, says Lisa.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. Me
Someone's
too.
laughing. And Lisa says, I've heard Judy in the Sky before. Yeah, it wasn't coming to me on a call. That's a deep cut for BF, if you ask me. That's a deep cut. All right. We took a little musical interlude here in the middle of BF Live Soulful Horoscope Readings. How about, I know that my friend Bobby Nick, he's Vegetarius. It's not a sign, but it should be, and it is right here on BF Live. So let's do Vegetarius, aka Sagittarius. This is for Bobby Nick and all of our Vegetarius friends on BF Live. Today is an 8th for our Vegetariuses. Strategize with your partner to adapt around recent changes. Discover hidden opportunities for collaboration. Figure out what really matters. Intuition guides you and pull together. I don't know. That sounds like a bunch of random stereotypes pasted together, cut and paste, Bobby. I don't know. What do you think about that? You're the Sagittarius.
Yeah,
you might,
a little bit. I don't know.
You might be feeling. I see a little. They dialed that one in a little cut and paste. Strategize with your partner around changes. Discover opportunities. You know, I don't know. Maybe you get something out of it.
Same old, same old.
Same old. Just another day. Just another day that ends with Y. Okay, well, today is an 8th, just the same. So I hope you're having an 8 today, Bobby Nick and all our other Vegetarius friends. How about some other signs out there? Oh, we're talking about, we got some drug facts going on in the chat. How about I'll do this for myself, selfishly, and for any Virgos that might be out there but just don't want to admit it. Like, shout out to Jason Bardo X and comedian Tay Boogie comes to mind, and myself as the Virgos in the chat family. There's so few of us, but I will read mine. Today is an 8th Virgo. Why, thank you. Why, you're welcome. Okay, a professional spotlight illuminates your work. Words can deceive. Run a reality check. Prepare and polish your presentation before showing, and dress to impress. Maybe, I'd like to think the first part might be true, that a professional spotlight might illuminate something I'm doing here today. Words can deceive and run a reality check. Yeah, that's kind of a basic stuff. And prepare and polish your presentation before showing it, which is what I try to do here every day, and I dress to impress. So there you go. I feel like I'm having an 8. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling pretty good. So there you go. Whoop. Let's look at this one. Let's see. Blumels lets us know that they weren't alive for the Ludes. Blumels missed out on the Ludes era. Sagacon, Sagittarius, and Capricorn. Well, let's see. I read the Capricornies. I read Sagittarius for Vegetarius. So you kind of got both. Nimrob checks in, one of my forgotten Virgos, buddy. Thank you, Nimrob. I will put you on my mental list along with Tay Boogie and I believe Jason Bardo X, and now yourself, my friend. We're kind of the only few Virgos, so I hope you're having a good day there, my fellow Virgo, and everybody else in the chat. So if there's and isn't any more, we'll put a bow on this son of a bitch, and we'll get on some other fun stuff here on BF Live. But this is Soulful Horoscope Reading, so this is last call. So throw them out there if you need them. How about I'll read, what is it, Cancer for our friend Scott Fitzpatrick, right? He's a Cancer.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott. Oh boy, maybe it's, I don't know, Scott, what kind of day you're having, buddy. Sometimes you're in your chat and sometimes you're busy. But Scott and my Cancer friends, it does say that today is a 6 for you, which is kind of one of the lower numbers when we're talking about these things. Find a quiet spot to decompress. Well, I think I figured out where Scott is. Postpone overstimulating activities and get some downtime. Holy shit.
That is Scott to a T. He does that already.
Others may want your attention, though. Postpone what you can. That's
holy shit! Because I think that's exactly what he's doing right now.
That is the rhythm of what we got come to know from Scott Fitzpatrick. It's almost like, I don't know if the horoscope wrote him or the Scott wrote the horoscope, but it certainly fits in because Scott's getting his steps in, says Lisa. She knows what's up, see? So we always find it happens at least once or twice, a few times right here, every time we do BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings. But I hope you enjoyed those today. And how about if let's say we get on some other fun stuff here. But you know what it was. It was BF Live's Soulful Horoscope Readings for today, Tuesday, August 27th. Hey, are you feeling lost in search of life's answers? Well, search no further. This is BF's Soulful Horoscope Reading. Thank you, everybody, for joining me here every day. We are 11 minutes into the third hour of BF Live. I like to bring you 3 hours of live original content every day, Monday through Friday here on BF Live. I see people checking in. My friends Jukebox Ginger and Wild Bill checked in and gave me that whole like on Facebook. Shout out to those bros. Thank you very much for checking in, watching, and giving the thumbs up today. I also see that there's like 28 of you that kind of been coming in and out of here, so I hope you hit the like button on the way in or the way out here. We got plenty more fun to do. We're going to take it up to the top of the hour here, at least on BF Live here. So let me check this off. We did Soulful Horoscope Readings. Why don't we do this? I've had this one for a minute. Well, let's see. I'm going to look at these things real quick. Wonder if I want to talk about these open topics that I have. I had a couple things I was going to bring up. And that one's kind of news things. We'll get on to that. How about if let's do this. I know I'm thinking and producing out loud. Let's do this, Bobby Nick. I talk about it a lot. I've talked about it with our friend JJ Dabbles, who was our guest here on BF Live yesterday. It was a lot of fun. That we're all from different kind of radio or podcast origin, communities, fandoms, or background. So I think we've established that you and I are kind of more like Stern guys. You've had a little Bubba thing going on, right? You're kind of from that.
Yep.
From that universe and all. That's kind of the universe I'm from. Some of you might be from Opie and Anthony universe, Bubba the Love Sponge, whatever. It doesn't really matter. We've all kind of come together to be this kind of new collective group. So I like to share things that that really got me into all this and made me a fan of all this and kind of brought me where I'm at today for my love of all this by looking back at some old classic Howard Stern segments in a segment I like to call, if I find my banner for it, I got to get it, BF's Wack Package. Let's look at my package, y'all. Who wants to look at my package?
Whip it out.
I'm going to whip out my package. BF's Wack Package. We're looking at it now live right here on BF Live. So I'm going to take you back, Bobby, for a classic Stern bit. This time I'm taking you back to, let me find where I left it at. Here we go. I got it right here. It's all time-stamped and ready to go. So we remember Ronnie Munn, Ronnie the famous, or people that don't know, this is your tutorial. So Ronnie Munn was Howard Stern's limo driver, and he was notorious for being quite slight of build, right, Bobby Nick? Like a shorter guy.
Yeah.
So he literally started out asking Howard when he was like early in radio before Howard was really in limo daily territory. He was trying to get there, and Ronnie wanted to be his limo driver. And so it is known through Howard Stern lore that Ronnie actually wrote him notes written in crayon.
Yeah.
And I think right, Bobby, remember those stories?
I do.
Yes, he
I
wrote.
really hope they were exaggerated, but
He told that
you never
story so
know.
many times, Bobby, over the years. I don't think he could have been. They've told it many times the same way over the years. So Ronnie was so desperate. He had like the really crappy kind of 80s stereotypical limo with the Playboy wheel covers, Playboy everything, right? The gaudy limo thing. So he wrote Howard letters with crayon. Eventually, he became Howard's full-time driver for decades up until he retired just a couple years ago. And so he kind of wanted to come in the studio more, be a security guy, be an on-air personality. This led to him being involved in more bits and all. So at one point during the serious days, they went down to Florida, Bobby Nick, and remember Ronnie was involved with Kurt Busch and the NASCAR teams, big NASCAR guy, right? So part of Ronnie going down there is they really wanted to see Ronnie kind of big timing it up and kind of getting this fame off of Howard. So he would say, okay, well, we'll send you down to Florida so you can do this NASCAR thing, but we're going to send like a Howard 100 guy with you, like John Lieberman. And he would go, no, fuck that. I don't want that guy. Right? Remember? For whatever reason, those two guys just didn't get along.
No, they didn't.
So that led to, of course, when you say something like that on a radio show to Howard Stern, like that, you don't want this guy to come, what are they going to do, Bobby Nick?
Boom. Throw you together.
They put Ronnie Mund and they sent John Lieberman down to cover Ronnie Mund's antics. And Ronnie just thought he was like this big star. He knew that kind of John Lieberman was down there to get funny bits and to mock and make fun of everything that he was doing. So Ronnie didn't want no parts of it. PQ on me, so let me find some stuff here. And yeah, he would like,
Fuck some hoes!
That's right.
Let's fuck some hoes!
And
TOPLESS, topless.
All right.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Stop the clock.
That's right.
Whoa, 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 whoa! Stop the clock.
And there you go, some of his famous sayings. So what we're going to do now, Bobby Nick, is I'm going to take you back to when they went down to the Daytona racetrack and Ronnie Munn drove John Lieberman fast around the track against his will.
This is great. You haven't seen this before, you're going to want to watch it.
Yes. Yeah, this is a good one. I'm glad you remember it, Bobby Nick. Let's see. Scott is getting his steps in. They're doing more drug crosstalk in the chat. We know South Africa is the only drug where methaqualone is still popular. They smoke it. I love radio in general, says Blummels. I do too, man. And hopefully that's why you're here, because I grew up with a love of radio and bits and segments and stuff. So that's what my meager attempt here to do. Come here every day. I work real hard, 3 hours a day to bring you that similar kind of entertainment. Based on the radio vibes. There's more drug talk in the chat. Let's fuck some whores. I played that. Well, let me find that again. Here we go. Oh, I won't. Let me go back. Come on, you can do it. Here we go.
Let's fuck some whores!
TOPLESS.
Topless. We know that one. To Quell Uprising. Let's go, Matt. Donkey getting love from Matt. Let's fuck some whores. Everybody likes that. Whoa, whoa, stop the clock. I'd take some lewds and some whores right now, says Donkey. Yeah, they like the scary, cheap drugs in Africa. 69, says our friend Matt. Sportsman, got a tattoo. Big boss man knows what we're talking about. This is a great one. You're going to see it. Here we go. I listened to Groucho Marx and Milton Berle in the day. Terry, I told you that I was the last of 5 brothers and sisters, and also some of that stuff trickled down from like my father and my brothers, and all. I heard some of those old original radio bits, and we had cassettes of them. Ash streaks, yeah. Look at those ash streaks on her, yeah. Ash streaks. Ash streaks. I even listened to radio from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. That's hard in the paint. Big Boss it's only in South Africa that the lewds are still popular as Donkey. That's really good classic. There are real good classic radio stations out there that play really, really old stuff. There are Blummels. I've caught up on some of that stuff on YouTube. You can pick up like old classic radio bits and old, like the horror things that who was that? E.G. Marshall used to do, like the old horror kind of radio kind of plays. Bobby Nick. There's a lot of good old radio still out there to be had. Internet stations, of course, says Blummels. She'll do it when she gets up here. She'll do it. She'll do it.
Topless. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Stop the clock. Whoa, whoa, whoa! TOPLESS. TOPLESS.
Yes, Ronnie, I got that. Let's see. Bobby doesn't like the history of government drug conspiracies, I guess. Well, it's crosstalk. I don't mind it, but I'm not doing a show about it. Ronnie is my favorite, says Matt. FBI, everybody get down on the floor. Everybody get down on the floor. Yes, when he did the TV shows and all, everybody, FBI. I learned all of my old Stern and O&A stuff from these podcasts, and he always lets us know. Art Bell is a classic radio guy. Bobby refuses to even smoke weed. I was fortunate enough that I got to hear it pretty much live. Okay, so let's do it. We're caught up with it. Everybody, look at my package now. Concentrate your eyes on BF's Wack Package now as I show you the time from the good old days of the Stern Show, the fun early days of Stern being on Sirius, where Ronnie didn't want John Lieberman to come down, so he decided to take him for a little test drive on the track, and it kind of went something like this. Here you go, BF's Wack Package. Let's take a look back now at a classic Stern segment. And John Lieberman is the reporter that was assigned to cover him.
Filibuster with the cursing.
So here we are with the top down, Ronnie going fast. I don't care if it's 67 or what, because the head of the track said he saw the wheels start to slide and that we came dangerously close to the wall 3 different times.
You're supposed to.
And frankly, yes, I was scared. I
don't blame you.
Too many near-death experiences, and I didn't want to die in a pace car with Ronnie.
So this is essentially Ronnie's retribution. He's like, okay, well, if you're going to send a guy with me, this is what I'm going to do.
Ronnie, that's not the way I want to go.
Right.
And
well, you could understand why he's scared, Ron. He's not in control, and you are, and he probably panicked.
He had a panic
Hey,
attack.
hey, hey,
I
sweet
didn't have a
Scorpio.
panic attack.
Plain and simple. Look at that picture.
No, and number
had a
one, I
panic
wasn't
attack.
crying. Number 2, I didn't have a panic attack.
Yeah, you can't. Dude,
But-
they have the audio of you screaming.
Ronnie was
Please
all-
stop the car. Please
Let
stop
me
the
hear
car.
it. Let me hear it. Hold it. I got it here. Let me see what happened in that car.
Here we go.
And honestly, I got to take a break. But here.
Good.
Let me,
I have pins in my ankle from a horrible car accident.
Now it's pins in his
And
ankle.
Bobby, you remember being a fan back in these days. Remember when Ronnie was threatening this, and basically this was John Lieberman's line the whole time. Like he was always looking for ways to weasel out of it.
Yeah.
Any way he could. He was like, I was hurt in the past, traumatized or whatever. You'll hear him constantly like make excuses about why he shouldn't be doing this.
You want to see him?
You got a fake eye.
this is while you're driving?
No.
You're
This
in the
is-
car.
They're trying to get him to get in the car.
Oh.
I almost died. I got pinned in a car. Jesus Christ.
Now what are you doing?
There we go.
Drove away with him in the car.
Oh, you got
When
it.
I was 22, I got in a really bad accident.
No, I had gone out by myself.
All right, let me hear this.
Just be careful. Don't go too fast, Ronnie, please. Not too fast.
What's your problem, dude? What's your problem?
Oh, my God.
There we go. Look at his face, Bobby Nick.
Whoa. Okay. Why? Please be careful. Last time around, then I want to stop.
Last time around, Bobby.
Okay.
You do sound like a pussy.
All right.
They do.
All right, stop.
Do.
No! I said stop, dude! Ah!
Ronnie's just kicking it up even more,
Okay,
Bob.
dude, that's good. Let's take a break. Okay, no, not too bad. No. Please. Oh, shit! Dude!
Can't get the smile off Ronnie's
I think he's
face.
hitting 47 right here.
All right. Oh!
Ooh, you heard it get loose there.
Ah, Jesus Christ!
A bicycle just passed you.
Then drop me off.
Pocono.
Okay. All right, this is it, and then that's it. Ah! Okay. Time for a break, dude. Seriously.
Yeah, you're right. Too many trees for Daytona. I thought it was Daytona. That's my mistake.
Every time he would
This
moan,
is great.
every time he would moan, you'd speed up.
I just can't. I wouldn't stop.
The other problem was Ronnie couldn't keep his eyes on the road because he brought a Rick's girl. So you have a Rick's girl who's scantily clad. She's hardly wearing any
I
clothing.
wasn't even looking at her.
And
I
he's
was
looking
dude.
up
If
at
I was
her.
looking at her, we would have been in the wall. Now stop it, you moron.
And Ronnie was already angry because I pointed out all of the blemishes in the car.
blemishes.
He said this
okay.
was the perfect mint condition car.
Yeah.
Well, I get to his house and I start to point out scratches on it.
Yeah,
I
he
say,
put it-
This is anything but mint condition. And he starts putting on decals to cover up the scratches in the car.
What are you
He puts
talking
Rick's
about?
decals. It looked like a 5-year-old putting decals on a Hot Wheels car.
And you got in the car with him. By the way, we tweeted out a picture of John Lieberman screaming in the car next to Ronnie.
Terrific.
Look, there it is. It's pretty funny.
Oh, he looks like Scott in that picture, doesn't he?
Does, yeah, looks like Scott the engineer.
Look, call me what you will, but
Don't call him Scott the engineer. Yes.
Call me what you will,
Right.
but who wants to get in a car with somebody who's already angry and who thinks they're a race car driver?
I never said I was a race car
and
driver.
the top was down.
I never said I was a
There
race
was
car
no
driver.
roll bar. There was no safety. We had small seatbelts. By the way, Howard, can I ask you a quick question?
Sure.
Does Ronnie wear a seatbelt when he drives you?
I don't know. I don't look. Do you, Ron?
No.
Wow.
Oh, you're kidding.
Why?
I don't like seatbelts. I
Yeah,
feel
but
trapped.
dude, it could
I feel
save your
trapped.
life. It could save your life.
We talked about this already.
We did?
Yeah, we talked about it.
But yeah, you can see like John's making up every excuse. He's being Mr. Proper Guy. He did and said, talk this down in every way he could, but it still kind of happened. Widow Killer says, who's shorter, VTL, Vince the lawyer, or Ronnie?
I'd rather look at a big black cock.
Well, there you go. There's that. Blummel's defense lawyer says, I love Lieberman, but he's a pussy. And that's what was so funny about this is that they knew all along that they had something because he was just protesting the whole time he heard of this idea. And you can hear every kind of excuse or reason why he shouldn't do it. Ronnie don't wear a seatbelt. I got pins in my ankles. All this other stuff happened to him. Big Boss says, I love when he takes the toad because they were busting his balls about how skinny he was for his long hair, but he ended up taking more toad than any of the experienced Charmans. There you go. You guys are talking about your stuff over here. Blummel says, I mean that lovingly, what you said earlier. Let's play a little more. I'll run a little more of this for you.
You should wear one.
Because we're
It's the
driving.
law.
We're driving up there. He has no seat. I'm already scared from just the drive up there. Not.
Well, and the best thing about this is that, Bobby, for me, is that I think the whole time, we thought that, oh boy, John's going to go down there and he really knows how to push Ronnie's buttons. So we're really going to get some good kind of content out of this. And it really turned into something different. It turned into now the guy that's going down for the content had it kind of turned on him. That's what I thought was so funny about this.
Not in the pace car. In his normal car, we're driving up. He has no seatbelt on. His phone is dinging with Twitter every 3 seconds. So
Okay, I
he's
wasn't
looking-
answering
So
it.
he's looking at the
I
phone.
wasn't answering
He's
it.
giving the
You're such a
finger.
liar.
He's got the car
You
window.
remember when Ronnie was doing the actual Cannonball Run rally, Bobby, across America?
I think so. I think so. That sounds familiar. Yeah.
Because they were criticizing him for speeding through certain parts of certain cities, and John, they were like, "Hey, Ronnie, what do you do? Like, you're out here, you're an old man, and you're out here like being unsafe and and he's like, "No, dude, we do the speed limit, dude. It's not like the Burt Reynolds movie, dude." But yeah, he actually did the Cannonball Run movie. And I think had a co-pilot and all that stuff. So Ronnie did some of this stuff quite seriously.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Let's see. SJ is still pissed that he wasn't invited to Ronnie's wedding. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Shuli was, but he wasn't. And I mean, that whole relationship has changed and all that stuff. And I think Ronnie knew that it probably wasn't worth having him for the drama or the other people that he wanted to have there. He knew that it was going to be something that was great too, says Blummels. Let's see.
Yeah, well, yeah,
he's giving the finger.
You think
Yeah,
all
buddy.
those guys? You think all those guys don't know about what's going on? Trust me, all the Howard Stern dudes know what's going on with the Shuli network and
Mhm.
everything. They're keeping up with it.
Yeah, I think they have to be in tune to it on some level, Bobby. Nick, I agree with that. I do agree with that. And it'd be curious to kind of know that if some of the people we kind of already know that are in the chat, if it's any of them, that would be so funny.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. All right, we'll watch a little bit more of this. It says, I actually had a Howard Stern TV subscription. Yes, Howard TV. When it was on paid cable, yes, I paid the extra $7.99 a month too, and that was great, man, because
Yeah,
you were getting
we
all
didn't
this.
get it here in Canada.
Oh yeah, we did, Bob. And then that was so great because then finally you could see when they had the girls in there that were kind of showing themselves and all, you could see all of that kind of all the raunch uncensored. Matter of fact, what was it, a couple months ago on BF's Wack Package, I featured the part where Richard Christie got waxed. And I had to take the video and go in there and put things all over it because it was from Howard TV when
Right.
they didn't block any of that shit back in the day.
Yeah,
So-
that's what was cool about torrents, because I could get all of it that way.
Absolutely. You had your methods. LOL. Hey, Nimrob. Hope you got a decent enough sleep, says our friend Big Boss. Let's see. I'll run a little more of this, and then we'll get on some other fun stuff here.
Finger to the Howard TV cameras. His
You're the
Twitter's
one who
going
told
off with
me.
his phone.
You're the
He's
one who
not
told
wearing
me
a
to give him the
seatbelt.
finger.
So already,
What a
I'm
bullshit
scared.
artist. He's such a bullshit artist.
Well,
You're the one who told me to give them the finger.
I would never tell
They
you
called
that.
you on the walkie-talkie.
They called Shuley.
Oh, you're such a liar, man.
All right, Keith, you're on the air.
He's such a liar.
Hey now.
Hey now.
What's wrong with you?
There it is.
What's
wrong with you?
Right. They definitely race those cars. They're made
What's your
wide,
problem,
they have wide
dude?
tires. They race an exact series with those cars. In fact, I know, Ronnie, you didn't want to go fast because that's your pace car, but you probably would have lit that thing up if it was any other car, right?
No, it's just that first of all, I never took the car on the track before, number one. Number two, the car wasn't set up for a track.
Right. No, yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I didn't have the track tires on. I didn't have whatchamacallit, the shocks weren't set for a track. But the car ran good. The guy from the track said the car ran excellent.
Yeah, and they have a paramedic there who's ready with a body board for me if anything happens.
You're supposed to.
And they had me talk to this guy before we even start. This guy who says, I lost my career on this track. That's the widower's corner, and I shattered my leg and everything. So,
Okay. So
you were nervous.
Yeah.
All right.
So there you go. So he was definitely nervous. Matt, thank you for filling in the blank spots in my memory, which are becoming more and more as you get older. This is when they went to the Pocono Raceway in Ronnie's pace car that they used to clown on him. Like, what do you got a pace car for, dude? And he finally got some use out of it. So thank you for filling in that part of the memory. And I think John fucked up a quarter panel on Ronnie's car. That's funny. Articulate John checks in and says he's built like Dean Cain. That's a great reminder, dude. And let me see, I have this pulled up right here. Let me show you. Yes.
Who photoshopped Ronnie's head on Dean Cain's body?
So the way I remember it, Bobby Nick, is that Ronnie, being the celebrity guy that he was growing into, what was he doing? He was doing all of these appearances everywhere, and they were making posters up. What he would do, open the strip clubs, open a comedy club, go do an appearance, right? There was this need for a new promo photo. So Ronnie, I don't remember who he contracted with, but he got with some person that he knows, and he says, hey man, I need a new photo to put on my posters for when I go out and do all of my personal appearances and Howard Stern stuff. And this is what he came up with, Bobby. Let me show it to you right here, a little screen share. Where is it at? This one, right? Oh, there it is right here. Here we go. So somebody pointed out to him, here it is. For anybody that has never seen this before. So I think, how much time you think this was out here, Bobby Nick? Months that this photo, he was using this? Month or a year maybe? What do you think?
Something like that, yeah.
It was a while. It wasn't just a couple days, right? So finally somebody looked at this very closely and they said, you know what, Howard, I think that Ronnie put his head on Dean Cain's body. They said, I seen a photo of Dean Cain online standing with the exact stance, the exact shirt, the exact musculature, all of this stuff. So somebody did what we're seeing right here. They got the side by side, and sure enough, somebody. And so remember, Bobby Nick, what did they do? They brought him in and they raked him over the coals on this one, didn't they?
Yeah, I think his explanation was that somebody put it out there on Twitter.
Yeah,
and he thought it was an actual picture of himself.
Yes,
so he just used it.
And Howard was like, "You come on, bro. You didn't know. He's come on. You got veins in your arms. He's going. Look at this guy's ripped. He's like the chest. He's got the chest out. He's got the arms are the exact thing. And he's like, dude. First he kind of denied it. He's like, dude, I didn't do that. I swear that's not me. I didn't do that. And finally they had to point all the detail out on the shirt and the stance. And finally he kind of slowly copped to it. Kind of copped to knowing at some point, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God. So yeah, and so we had such great fun with Ronnie thinking that he was in the shape of Dean Cain. And this was in the early days of the face swapping, Bobby Nick. Like it wasn't so readily available like you and I are doing nowadays, right?
No, this is straight up Photoshop.
really early Photoshop shit. So there you go. I mean, the exact same shirt, exact pose, musculature, arm tension, everything. And he denied it the whole time. So our particular John reminds us this by saying he's built like Dean Cain. Ronnie is loving it. Yes, that was kind of the payback. He's like, okay, if you're going to have this guy come down and trail me, I'm going to give you something to talk about. Let's say they're talking about drugs in there. We did the thing. I love Lieberman. He's a pussy. I went back there a little bit in the chat. I am, says Donkey Kongton. Let's see. Got the sleep comment. Oh, yes. Steve Langer. Steve Langer has a huge penis. Yes. Oh my God. Sour shoes.
Steve Langford has a huge penis.
Yes. Steve Langford. Do I have any? I don't think I have that one in here. Let's see. Steve Grillo. I don't have that in my little sound file. But yeah, that's a good one to have. Yes. Steve Lang. And I was thinking of Sour Shoes too when Sour Shoes called up doing Born to the USA. Steve Langford has a big bad cock. Big Boss, thanks. Caught up on some last night, off tomorrow, so I can hibernate. Lisa Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work. Dun, 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 dun. Fucking Richard Christie.
At work.
Yeah, take shits at work. Take shit. Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work. Donkey Kongton says a bullshit artist, a weird medium to want to work in, but to each his own. The block parties were epic. The fun they had at their expense, and sometimes we get the hidden audio, and that's how we learned about Scott being like the DJ of the block parties, and also just every day, Bobby, we were so spoiled, man. Every day you would turn that channel on, and you just never. This kind of stuff would happen every day. Some kind of fun, outrageous shit.
Yeah, and now Stern's coming back from his summer break on the 3rd, and nobody gives a shit.
Nobody gives a shit, and I stopped listening because you had to wait too long in between his agony and politics in order to get to anything that Richard and Sal did that might remotely be funny. So it's definitely, you have to wait around for the fun, and that never used to be the case back in the day. Syke says that was so funny when he used Dean Cain's body and wouldn't admit it because he didn't do it. Yes, Syke, he tried that on for a minute, didn't he? He was like, I swear, dude, I didn't do this. And they're like, well, somebody that you knew or somebody did this, dude, but that is clearly not your body. No, dude, I swear that's me. I didn't do this. He tried to go that route until they pointed out all the detail, how it was just so much dead on. Lois and Short says, Nimrod, it sucks that I can't relate to the nostalgia of listening to Howard Stern back in the day. Well, Gash says that's kind of what I try to do here. Just kind of give you a little taste every now and then on this show, BF Live, because every now and then a Ronnie reference will come out. Like, remember Ronnie did this. Remember when Howard did that. And so rather than just have you guys guess at these references, I like to actually take you back in my time machine, go back to the day, and you stare at my package, BF's Wack Package, which you're looking at right now. Look at my package. Look at it and love it. Look at it, respect it, love it. BF's Wack Package. You're looking at it right now. And so hopefully you get a little bit of the flavor from back in those days. Let's see where I left off on that comment. I clicked off of it. Let me see. Whoa. Lisa says, I went back a little bit on this. She says, I remember listening to Howard Stern on the radio back in the day. I believe it was WYSP or a WMMR. Someone help me out. I think it was WYSP is the one I remember, callers I remember hearing a lot. Hey, Sweet Scorpio checking in. How you doing, Sweet Scorpio? Yeah. Thanks for checking in during the show. Let's see. We got that comment figured out a little bit earlier. Let me catch back up with the chat here, and then we'll keep on going. Yes, Lisa Glassberg takes shits at work. The block party. Here we go. The Big Mouse Man is smiling and grinning, so that's good. Mr. Crow says, poor Lisa G got fucked over pretty bad. Last I heard, she's doing voice stuff on AM radio, Bobby Nick. That's what Lisa Glassberg's doing. Bobby Nick's turning out with me. But yeah, I was wondering about what happened to, because they slowly broke up the old Howard News team as the show grew a little older and maybe budgets got a little tighter. That's when everybody kind of got squeezed out, and Shuley was kind of left to be one of the main with Steve Langford and John Lieberman. I think Shuley was kind of the only of the Mohicans that kind of lasted out of that whole crew. Nimrod says, wait, Lois and Park. That works better. Lois and Park. The big boss man says, Mr. Crow, yeah, she must feel pretty betrayed by Howard, but but so does most of the old crew. Or all, question mark, you say. Yeah, I kind of broke up non-ceremoniously. Hey, Mr. Crow from Nimrob. Hey, Nimrob from Mr. Crow. Big Boss says one of my favorite Howard moments is when Andrea Owenby, Mrs. Howard Stern, just casually bends over and shows her asshole to Artie in the studio. Yes, Miss Howard Stern. And she wouldn't give up that title, would she, Big Boss? She's like, they would try to have the pageant or do the bit the next year, and she would get all upset when she goes like, Howard, I don't have to compete again, right? I don't want to give up my title, Howard. Yes, Miss Howard Stern, who was kind of loosely involved with Casey Armstrong. I'm back. Whoa. The Red Wild Bill lets us know he's back at 39 minutes after the hour.
I never left.
Hey, Mom never left. We never knew you left, Wild Bill. But thank you. We're still here for you. Hey, Wild Bill, Donkey Kong's got the greetings for you, waiting right back. Okay, so we talked about it. I showed you a little bit of the driving. I even filled you in with a little more detail there for new friends like Mr. Crow, who might not have known anything about Howard Stern. So there's a little bit of detail, a little bit of a look back at BF's Wack Package of some classic Howard Stern shows with BF's Wack Package. I hope you enjoyed that so thoroughly. All right. Check that off. We did Perry Talk. Why don't I do this? We have 20 minutes to the top of the hour. We have 20 minutes to go. Then I'll make 3 whole hours of original programming Monday through Friday that I do here every day on BF Live on YouTube. So please like, share, subscribe, member up and super chat if you can and support this and keep this fun operation going. I would certainly appreciate it. All right, let me close up some of my stuff here. Let me close that up and see what I got left for you. I think I got some good old internet shite in the hopper. I got some stuff that I can share with you. Yeah, let's talk about a little bit of this, a little bit of that. And let's go into some internet shite, because when I find some certain things, like certain interesting articles or things that make me go, or something like that, I like to throw them in a pile and present them to you right here in a segment I like to call BF's Internet Shite. So let's do some of that like now. Like to see it? Here it goes. Let's get into it. It's BF's Internet Shite. I like to say the whole theme of this show is I watch the internet so you don't have to. I like to go out and find interesting articles, segments, find interesting people, and find interesting ways to present them here on BF Live every day. And when I got some potpourri, I'll throw them in the hopper and show them to you like this on Internet Shite. Donkey Kongton, HIGH from the Reverend Wild Bill. Thanks from Blummel's defense lawyer. Space Nerd says, I'm still here and doing stuff. Well, thanks for checking in. I'm so happy to have. There's always a couple 25, 30 people always in here every day consistently in the chat of BF Live. You're my chat family, and I love and appreciate you. You make me feel whole, and I have somebody to do this kind of stuff for. So let's keep it going. Let's keep the positivity going and the fun stuff going. I'm still here and doing stuff. Are you doing it? We're doing it. You are, in fact, doing it. All right, I got some internet shite for you. I want to show you right here. Let's see. I've had a few of these things. I thought this was cool, and some of you of a certain era might know and appreciate the graphics that I'm about to show you more than others. Back in the day, many of you remember the show Knight Rider with a kit and the car that was, fully like automated robotic car, can weaponized and can do all the cool ass shit. What a cool show from back in the day. And one of the cool things they did on the Knight Rider show, and I liked it, they didn't do it like every show, but I loved when they added this stunt in the show, is that they would have the base truck, the tractor trailer, the 18-wheeler, drive down the road, and Michael would mysteriously and quietly go up into it to have the car like re-energized, re-weaponized, and so he could go out and do more missions. So I'm going to show you. Space Nerd's letting us know she's doing it. I'm going to show you this video here from kind of scientific angle. Whoop, let me show. I was presenting it and didn't even realize it. From a scientific angle of the car actually doing this. They actually tested the physics of these kind of motions live. Not live, but they did it in real life on Mythbusters. So let's check this out.
There's a scene where a car drives into the compartment of a moving truck. Mythbusters bought a large truck and an old sports car. They first conducted a simulation test. When Adam released the remote-controlled car, it came to a stable stop in the truck compartment. Adam volunteered to be the driver. The sports car accelerated up to 31 miles per hour. At the appropriate moment, Adam drove up the ramp and smoothly stopped inside the compartment. The high-speed camera showed that when the car's wheels hit the ramp, its speed suddenly decreased, preventing the car from accelerating too quickly and giving Adam enough time to stop. Next, Adam decided to increase the speed to 62 miles per hour. Despite the heavy rain, he still succeeded. The sports car at 62 miles per hour once again came to an easy stop inside the truck compartment. They even managed to smoothly reverse out of the truck.
Nice.
So, this rumor is accurate. In the movie Knight Rider,
So I like
there's a
that.
scene where a car drives into...
They actually tested the physics of a cool show from back in the day, and it's cool to know that, hey man, if I wanted to do that, I could do that. So cool show and cool physics. I like mixing those two things together. I'm doing it. We know that. The Reverend Wild Bill says, Kit was a Firebird. The new Kit Knight Industries 2000, can transform to do different things, says our friend, the Reverend Wild Bill. Hasselhoff's greatest work. Don't hassle the Hoff there, Nimrob. Don't hassle the Hoff. Yeah, might be one of his greatest works, or maybe him singing in German. I don't know. That just blew my mind to know that David Hasselhoff was one of the largest and still renowned as one of the bigger pop stars ever in Germany. Still blows my mind to this day. He's got a pair, says Blummels. Cool, says Space Nerd. Dream Man checks in. 666 and bones up to you, my friend, sneaking in. I love Mythbusters, and good morning, guys. I see you. How you doing? What's good in the Streamshow Hood, Dream Man? Bones up in 666. The new kit is a transformer. Wait a minute. Robots in disguise. Big Boss Man noticed Dream Man and says Hoya right away and shouts him out. All right, so that was my first piece of internet shite. But that definitely was one of my favorite scenes back in the day. I'm like, oh, cool. They're going to do the thing where he's got to drive up into the cool, like, computerized base truck, if you will. So I always enjoyed that. 1992 says Big Boss.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Big Boss, he ain't happy with that 1992. Don't ever say that number around him. Okay, so this is BF Live's internet shite. Some random shite or shit that I find off on the internet and present it to you here when I got a pile of it. This one intrigued me because I think, once again, I like perspective. I like seeing how other people live, and I like how it gives me perspective on how I live or how maybe we all live here. So this was intriguing. I almost can't believe it's true, but I guess, I'm conditioned to believe things based on my life, and these people live a certain way based on their needs. So I'm going to show you this cool video in a second. 1992 was an inside job.
Shut the fuck up.
You could have left any time. You didn't have to stay there, Perry. You could have left any time. You weren't forced to do that. The new kit is a Ford product. As a car, it's a Mustang. I'm not too familiar with the new kit. I kind of stopped on the old stuff and let it go. So I'm hearing a lot of this new kit. When you're doing this whole Ford thing, and you're reminding me how I see them put the Mustang. Why'd they put the Mustang name on their electric vehicle? I mean, that's one of their most classic, well-known car brands of all time, right? Notorious car brand, and they chose to make electric versions of Mustang. I thought that they could have put a better name on that and maybe just kind of left the Mustang as it was, but I guess I'm old school like that. The most generous Nimrob checks in with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you all so much, very much, Nimrob. The greatest episode of Knight Rider was when Kit faced his mortal enemy, Car. That's right, Nimrob. I remember that. The grumpy ass shitty version of Kit, and he goes, no, asshole, we are going to do this. Yeah, it was like the same guy, but he did like a shitty kind of bitchy robot voice. Wow, bro, you blew my mind with that memory. Cool shit, man. And I know you're a true Knight Rider geek, because I think early on when we were podcasting, your phone rang and the ringtone was none other than the theme from Knight Rider, and I recognized it. As a truck, it's the Ford Raptor. Some of those look pretty cool. I like those Ford Raptors. They don't look bad for a different kind of truck. Thank you once again, Nimrod, for the most generous $4.99, man. I really do appreciate it. And thank you for Car. That's funny. That even looks sinister. You might be Kit, but I'm Car. Okay, yeah. And he had like an attitude, like the cars had attitude against each other. That shit was funny. Good old late 70s, early 80s television. The government gave them a bunch of money. It's electric and nothing like a Mustang. I agree and concur with that, man. I couldn't believe it. That's like blasphemous to put one of your most famous names on any other vehicle, really, much less an electric vehicle. I'm surprised they went in there. Space Nerd says, I'm out, gang. See you soon. Hope you have a fantastic day. And Hoya with the rocket red countdown and the liftoff emojis. Thank you, Space Nerd, for always brightening up our day, letting us know what you're hanging out and what you're doing. And have a Hoya kind of rest of your day there, nerd.
Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya? Can I get a Hoya?
Blumels likes it too. I forgot about Car, LOL. Great callback for Nimrod, bringing up Car. That's a great callback. Later, Nerd from Blumels Defense Lawyer. Later, right back at you from the Space Nerd to Blumels. Space Nerd shouts out to Donkey Kongton, says, have a good day. Donkey says, I had the Kit Trans Am. There you go. That's cool. I like electric cars. Instantaneous torque is cool. I don't disagree with that, Dream Man. For those reasons, they're kind of cool. The instant torque where you can just go from 0 to like that. I've seen the electric motorcycles doing that now. So, yes, there is a speed advantage as far as you don't have to wait for the combustion and all. So Dream Man checks in with that. Knight Industries roving robot, the prototype to Kit. Oh, shit. You going hard. You going hard in the geek paint with those references there.
He is a nerd.
Wow.
Yes.
He brought up Car, the nemesis of the car that battled Kit and Michael. I remember that because it had more armor, and we didn't really know if the Kit could actually beat Car at the time because it had more sophisticated armor and things like that, Bobby Nick. I remember. That's a great callback, man. Funny shit. I remember. Space Nerd's getting the love from Mr. Crow. Donkey Kongton says, have a great one, Space Nerd. The Reverend Wild Bill says, even the Tesla truck looks better than the electric Mustang. And I've seen a couple of those on the road. Do you see any of those up in Canada, Bobby Nick? They look like the Tesla, the Wedge truck or whatever. Looks like it's a stainless steel. Kind of looks like a DeLorean SUV, for lack of a better way of describing it.
No, honestly, I haven't seen any of that shit yet.
I've seen a couple of them on the roads down here where I'm at. Hoya from the Dream Man, Hoya Space Nerd. Blumels Defense Lawyer checks in and says, Donkey, even when you're hanging out with Lucy, ? Care Bear checks in.
Hey, Wendy.
That's right. She is the Wendy Pack and said, hey, Nimrod, I love Knight Rider. I bet you did. I bet you do. Hi, Wendy, from our friend Nimrod. Hey, Nimrod, right back from Wendy. Donkey says, LOL, I always like to chill in my graveyard when I was with Lucy. Yeah, nobody will attack you there. But Kit has a heart. There you go. See, there you go. And then we're getting into that was the first AI kind of thing, Bobby Nick, where Kit, we kind of did talk to him and expect him to be like a personality, right? A computer.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Michael, are you okay? Things like that. Yeah, so that was kind of our first kind of little early AI shit. Ugly Truck says, my sister Kathy, she's sewing recently. I'm just trying to figure out who calls it a truck. Yeah, it's a big, funky, they call it like a cyber truck, I think is what he calls it, right? Mr. Crow says, I like being able to fill my car in a few minutes. I don't think I could deal with those chargers. I don't feel like reading a book while my car charges, says Mr. Crow. Checking in. All right, well, so talking about energy, talking about gas, talking about cars, it kind of is a little perfect segue into the next piece of internet shite that I was going to show you. And once again, I think I'm kind of blessed to live the way we do and maybe not have to do some of the things other people have to do in other societies in order to survive. So this is, I'll run this and let you see what this guy is doing, but he has something that he needs very much.
In some parts of Pakistan, you might see people hauling around what look like giant plastic balloons. And no, it's not a party trick. They're actually carrying natural gas. Here's how it works. Locals...
Natural gas, Bobby Nick.
What?
Yes. Check this out.
Hook up plastic bags to a gas valve, seal them up tight with tape, and then connect them to a natural gas pipe. The gas fills up the bags, which are surprisingly light, because natural gas is way less dense than air. And once they get home, they just connect the bags to their gas lines. Each bag usually lasts a family about 3 or 4 days. So not only are they carrying gas like it's a balloon, but they're also making sure they're set for cooking and heating without breaking a sweat.
3 to 4 days, Bob.
In some parts of Pakistan, you might see people hauling around.
So
That is wild.
I like that on a lot of levels because, you see a guy carrying a bag of air and you're like, wow, that's fascinating. And then you see what they do with it, that he got multiple days out of it, that it's natural gas. And I see this and I'm, part of me is, I'm like, I'm amazed with the ingenuity, and I'm also amazed that they have to live on this level. And it puts in perspective to me kind of how pretty easy we have it. And also, maybe that kind of does that for you all. You know, I always say that we might not be the richest people on earth individually, but I think that even the poorest person among us is probably some of the richest people that will ever be on this planet, as far as having proper living conditions, running water, and money and everything. We're the lucky ones, folks. So that's what I'm taking out of this one. But fascinating to see them move gas around like this, Bobby Nick. Wouldn't that be something if you had to walk out in the cold in your galoshes and go get gas every couple of days up in Canada?
That would be crazy. That in the wintertime, it'd be impossible.
Wow. Dream Man says, I got some natural gas for you.
Oh, I bet he does.
There you go. Let's see. Sorry, I've been MIA. Work is being a C word. And I'm guessing that C word is not cool. So there you go, psych. That's okay, buddy, man. Hey, man, you do what you got to do in life at your pace, man. But we'll look forward whenever you can join in. Gasha says, some people sell their children for beans. Beans, says Gashus. Mr. Crow likes the bag of gas and says that it's pretty clever. And yes, it is clever, and you do admire the ingenuity. And then I go, fuck, man. Or like, I'm glad I don't have to do that. And like Bobby's saying, man, I'm glad I don't have to go out in Canadian air every 3 days to get the gas I need for my house.
Yeah.
So hope it gives us some perspective. They make that natural gas look innocent in that plastic bag, but one single inhale, and yeah, that's it. It's like,
Well, anything, yeah.
Yeah.
Boom.
Imagine smoking a cigarette next to that thing. It's another reason why Bobby couldn't go get his own gas. They cook and heat their homes with it. It's like $3 per bag, and it lasts 3 or 4 days. Blummel's defense lawyer seems to know some facts about that. LOL, gashes from Mr. Crow. They carry miniature Hindenburg around everywhere they go. Yeah, wherever they go. Donks is getting the laughs from Big Boss. Dream Man is laughing at Donkey Kongington. And we move on to our next piece of internet shite. So I just thought that I couldn't believe that, Bobby Nick. I was like, what am I looking at here? One of these crazy third world kind of videos. But let's look at my next piece I have for you. All right. So a lot of us have cars or have had cars at some point in our life. So I thought I'd throw this kind of question in here, because this is one of those things where they ask mechanics a question about cars. Asking mechanics which car component fails the most, Bobby Nick. Any theories on that? I don't know. I think tires or water pump. I don't know. But they're going to ask some mechanics that question. Let's see what the mechanics that deal with these cars every day, what car component fails the most, according to these mechanics.
Which car component fails the most?
Matt, which car component fails the most? Condensers and compressors. Ryan, which car component fails the most?
Alternator.
Cody, which car component fails the most?
I would say water pump is definitely up there.
Miguel, which car component fails the most?
Wheel bearings.
Dave, which car component fails the most?
O2 sensors.
Jake, which car component fails the most?
Bulbs.
Nolan, which car component fails the most?
Battery.
So there you go, Bobby. There was no consensus among those mechanics. I guess they all have a personal experience with that.
Yeah. You know, I know my dad had quite a few alternators fail.
Yep.
And batteries too.
Alternators, starters, batteries, solenoid switches back in the day.
Yeah, man.
American Cupcake checks in and says, "What's happening, everyone?" And to that I say,
Oh, hey guys, how you doing?
"What's up, Cupcake? What's good, man?" Hope you're staying safe out there. Thanks for checking in. American Cupcake from Cupcake's Corner. Cupcake bones up from our friend Matt. Big Boss shouts out and says, "Hey, Cupcake, was great to see you at Joey's before, LOL. U.S. Cupcake, American Cupcake, right there from Mr. Crow. Hey, jumped on me. Hey, Cupcake from Blum's defense lawyer. Tires. Where my bill thinks it's tires. Carburetor. That's old school from back in the day before fuel injection." Gesha says, coincidentally, the creep off talked about the creepiest mechanics. I did pass by that the other day, Gesha. It was just yesterday or the day before, where I saw them talking about some of the creepiest car mechanics, but I didn't see the entire episode. Matt says, sounds like everything that's wrong with Scaremaster's car. Maybe. It's interesting how every one of them had a different answer, and that's why that was the take that I took from that Blumels too, is that there was no kind of consensus. But I'll feature some more of those videos because they also asked those guys questions, Bob and Nick, like what's a good first car, what's the most reliable car, and what's the best car to have over 100,000 miles, stuff like that. So, and it's interesting hearing the answers, some of the consistency and maybe not consistency out of these guys. Here's a bro checking in.
Hey guys, how you doing?
The one and only Andy from Ontario, aka Discount Don, who landed out that very track right there. I'd like to throw this in too.
Smash Mouth.
Smash Mouth. What's up? Fun show, guys. Blunder years at 4 o'clock. So there you go. Now you know what you're doing. Because it is 2:59 right here on the East Coast of the United States. That means it's about 3 o'clock. We've done 3 hours again. Thank you all very much for coming here every day and giving me a place to entertain you people for 3 hours every day of the week. It is only Tuesday. I do have to remind everybody, I should have said this at the beginning of the show as well, but Bob, I won't be doing a show tomorrow because tomorrow will be a memorial service for my father-in-law who just passed last week.
Oh yeah,
so I'm sorry that there's, and I didn't want to throw in like a death dedication right at the beginning of the show when I'm trying to build the momentum. I got to come out of a record and do a goddamn death dedication. Casey Kasem thing. But yes, just the same that I won't be here tomorrow because we will be having a celebration of life luncheon for my recently passed father-in-law. Rest in peace, my father-in-law, good man. So I won't be here tomorrow. But still have plenty of fun to have today because Andy from Ontario says, fun show, guys, blunder years at 4 o'clock. So there you go. That's when they go back and do the old Howard Stern Stuttering John days, and they kind of see how John was operating back in those days, the earlier days of Stuttering John, if you will, the wonder years or the blunder years, as it's known as on the Shuli Network. And I believe at probably 7 o'clock tonight, East Andy tonight, we'll be doing the Shawnee Zone. Is that correct? Unless there's other programming, or I didn't see a message go around that I'm not aware of, which I'm looking at right now. Everything is good for 7. Fuck yeah, man. Beautiful. So that's where we'll be tonight. So it'll be the Blunder Years at 4 o'clock on the Shuli Network. And then join me and join the host, Shawnee, of the Shawnee Zone on the Shuli Network at 7 o'clock East tonight. So we got plenty more fun.
It's Shawnee.
That's right. So I'm going to see you again tonight. So this is not goodbye. This is just see you later. I'll see you soon. Andy from Ontario. LOL, Matt. Damn car scam is ongoing, says Big Boss. And what did we learn today, the Reverend Wild Bill? Sorry, messed that up. It's the night automated roving robot. Well, I won't tell any of your other nerd friends. Can you believe it? He came on my show and he said it was the Night Industries roving robot. He didn't say it was the Night Automated roving robot. Can you believe that shit? We won't out you, Nimrob. I won't tell any of your nerd friends that you had one little word off. Rest in peace, says our friend Nimrob. The Shawnee Zone, 7 o'clock East tonight. Check our chat. I just did, Andy. I'm a little behind things because I'm doing a live show here, buddy. So I did things ass backwards. So let's see. Nimrob, nerd. Yes, Nimrob is a nerd, and he's proud of it.
Yes.
And he says, I feel the shame, but it's a good shame. I'm a nerd too, says Gay. Says, there you go, nerd pride. We don't judge here today. We just hang out every day here on BF Live and have fun with all of our friends, nerds or otherwise. All right, let me think. I showed you 2 things. Play some order food, kicked out my house. I'm going to show you this last piece of internet shite that I have. Because it is just that. It's just cool. It's just internet shite. Something I've never seen. I hope everybody's enjoyed the show today. Like I said, once again, tomorrow, I'll be up, no BF Live tomorrow, because I'll be attending a memorial luncheon for my father-in-law who just passed. But I'm going to leave you this one last piece of internet shite. We're going to pull this train into the station, and I'll see you tonight on the Shawnee Zone on the Shuli Network. And Bobby Nick will have a whole list of plugs of other places you can find him right after this show. So here's my last piece of internet shite for today for BF Live Stream Show 135. Check this out, Bobby Nick. Watch this. It's the street standing up, street performer, right? Got some stuff on. Oh, shit. Oh, it's like a steampunk transformer.
Wow. What?
Steampunk, right? See if it loops. There you go, watch. Look, steampunk. Let me pause that so you can appreciate that. Not only the detail, but how small that they got it. Ain't that something? That's amazing.
Incredible.
Well, wow. Thank you. Thank you all guys for the compliments in here. LOL Nimrob. Sounds like me with Star Wars, talking about the nerd stuff, says Blummels. Shame on you. LOL Nimrob. Shame on you from Wild Bill. Nimrob is getting the laughs in there before Disney. Nimrob is laughing at the Reverend. Big Boss says, yes, good show, guys. Thank you all very much. Thanks for saying that. Blummel says, have a great one, and thanks for a great show. Thank you for all the great compliments. Oh, shit. Dream Man knows what's up. Great show, Blocky Fran, says the Red Mobile. Thank you, most generous bro. That's fucking dope, talking about this kind of steampunk transformer. I'll play it one more time. I'll let Bobby Nick do his plugs, and we're going to ease on down the road. That isn't easy, says our friend Blummel's defense lawyer. Nimrob thinks it's sweet, and Big Boss says, Mecha Okatu. Mecha Okatu. Let me roll it one more time so we can appreciate this. Little backing up going on there. All awesome. Street performer transforming costume. And there you have it, my friends. And that is all I have kind of for you today. That's all I'm going to offer you today for BF Live, because we got some more fun shows to get to the rest of this week. So I hope everybody enjoyed themselves today. Please, everybody, on your way in or your way out, like, share, subscribe, BF Live, member up, super chat when you can. It's all very much appreciated. Thank you all very much for showing up here every day and making this dream possible for me. So I'm going to take it now to our friend Bobby Nick. I'm going to turn it over to him. I'm going to grab my water, sip my agua here, as Bobby Nick will tell you all of his plugs and where you can find him after today. Go, my friend. So
all right. Well, you can check me out. You can check me out in the lounge tomorrow. I was gonna do one today, but I found out I have something to do this afternoon. But tomorrow I got no shows in the daytime, so I'm probably gonna do like a later edition, probably around 6 p.m. Eastern.
All right.
So check me out in the lounge. Rumble.com/The Bobby Nick Show. And tonight at 7 p.m., No Filter with Andrew and Friends on YouTube.
That's right.
We got Joey C coming on, so it should be interesting, folks. And Lunatic Lounge every Monday and Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern. Check that out at Bobby Nick 1978 on YouTube. And right here, BF Live every Monday to Friday. Well, except tomorrow. But every other week. Monday to Friday at noon to 3-ish. Catalano TV. I'm on Alpha Shot Lounge. That's Mondays and Wednesdays at 10 p.m. Eastern. And also Jason Bardo X. Not sure what show's going on tonight. It's going to be Board House of Devil, or if it's going to be another chill cast. But it's going to be a fun hang. So check that out every midnight Eastern. At JBX is God.
And there you go. So like I say, the short version of that is just turn on your computer or phone and go on YouTube, and you will surely find our friend Bobby Nick Havens hanging out and having a good time in someone's cool show and chat. I would like to acknowledge the big boss with the avocado one last time. I would also like to acknowledge the most generous and colorful Gaseous. Thank you for the $2 super chat, saying nicely, sending my condolences and sorry for your loss. Well, thank you, bro. I appreciate that very much. You didn't have to super chat, but I appreciate that you did for those condolences. Thank you very much for your most generous super chat and all the love and support. Keep showing up every day, Monday through Friday when I'm here. I'm here working hard for you, doing a 3-hour show live for you every day. 3 hours of live original content every day is what I'm dedicated to delivering for you. So with the help of my friend Bobby Nick, thank you, my friend, Scott Fitzpatrick, Stormy, Andrew, and all of our friends in the chat family, I'm going to say peace and love, and I'll see you the next time I see you, which is tonight, 7 p.m. East on the Shawnee Zone with not high register Shawnee, it's
Shalani.
On the Shawnee Zone, on the Shuli Network, where he hosts and I co-host, and we talk about all different kind of things that are interesting to Shawnee, conspiracies, and all kind of things otherwise. So for Bobby Nick Havens, Scott Fitzpatrick, Stormy, Andrew, chat family, and everybody, I'll see you the next time I see you, tonight at 7 o'clock East. But that's all I have for you today here on today's version of BF Live, Stream Show 135. Have a great one, y'all. See ya.
Peace.
Later.